wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. No, don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ Show. How the heck is everybody doing here?
Good morning.
Baby. All right, made it to Thursday.
It's Friday Eve,
yeah,
baby.
I guess you could look at it that way.
Oh man, the witch just told me. She whispered in my ear right before the show started and told me what she's getting you for your birthday.
Okay.
And it's not here yet. But man, it is awesome.
Is it really? Okay.
It's so niche-y.
What's so stupid and silly. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this belongs in Kevin's life.
Okay.
I don't know where you're going to display it.
Okay.
It's something I would want, honestly.
Okay.
It's just odd.
Well, we'll
It's
see.
odd.
I still have to get Jaybird his birthday present, so maybe I'll just be like, hey, here we go.
I have Cannon's present, your son. I got to give you Cannon's present. I don't have it.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting worse like this. I'm getting like Bird. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's like a year later. Here's your birthday present from 2 years ago. Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
I don't even, I forget my birthday.
Virginia is like, your birthday's in 8 days. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
I know.
she's put a lot more thought into my birthday than I have.
He forgot his birthday was in 8 days.
It's like, oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess you're right. That does come up. So, yeah, there we go.
As you get older, I think birthdays don't matter.
Adults-
in fact, you want less birthday.
Adults that take their birthdays too seriously are annoying.
They're okay. I'm all right with it. I don't have any hate for it, but it's just, it's... I put it way below St. Patty's Day and some of the other days. Now, St. Patty's Day, I do have a countdown to days like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if my birthday turned into a rager every year, maybe I would remember it more often. But I think it's on a Tuesday. Like, you ever look at that? You're like, going, there's just some days like going, you kind of see like a Sunday birthday or a Tuesday or Monday. Like, eh.
I get bummed out for Monday or Tuesday. Good holidays like a Halloween or a St. Patty's.
Yeah.
Birthday on a Monday or Tuesday is weird.
Right. What's the point? I mean, because if you got all ginned up, be like, let's go celebrate me. And people are like, it's Monday, dude.
Yeah.
Stop. You're being annoying.
Right, yeah. So, yay, Tuesday birthday. So, that's coming up. All right, well, we got a lot of stuff going on here in your Thursday show. You can dial into it right now. You want to check us out on KVJ TV, just go to kvjshow.tv.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Bird?
Happy National Fudge Day.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'd seen that, and I thought about the big old box that you got from Panchita from Bucky's Fudge.
Yeah, it was so delicious. Those fudge pieces did not stand a chance. There was a key lime
Is the whole
one.
box gone?
The box is gone.
Really?
Now, I will say it wasn't just me. I
Okay.
didn't just commit the crime.
There was probably, I would say, a good 20 to 25 pieces of fudge in there.
Easily.
At least.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a lot of fudge in it. It's very heavy.
It was a sampler.
It was a sampler, and
Yeah.
fudge, just in general, is a heavy snack.
It is. We're just holding it in my hand.
And I will say, I thank Panchita from KVJ Nation for bringing that fudge. But there's no way I did not gain a solid 2 pounds in the last day. Fudge sticks to my love handles.
Yeah,
And
of
it-
course.
It was
It's so thick.
It is thick, and it kind of makes you a little tired. Makes you,
Wears you out.
It's kind of like a drug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's this weird relationship I have. There's this woman who does fudge locally here. She makes the best fudge, but she's real mean. So when I get her fudge,
She's like the fudge Nazi?
yes, she's got me with the product, but I'm not sure I like the attitude, and she still gets my $1. But you'd think a man like myself, which is a whale in the fudge world, Fudgy the whale, you see a whale coming.
Yeah.
The lady that sells fudge loves it when a whale walks in.
But I don't know. I spend a lot of money and still kind of standoffish, which I don't understand. People that own food.
She's angry. She's got issues. She's got baggage.
Yeah.
Fudge baggage.
Yes.
Maybe she does. It's fudged up, dog.
It might be time to hang up the apron, lady.
I know, but you know what though? She's got some damn good fudge.
Good fudge,
And
huh?
I will. There are certain things that I will take a bad attitude. There's another restaurant that I love them, but their attitude is awful. And I wrestle with this emotion of, oh man, I gotta go in there and I gotta. But I love their food so much. I'll put up with them being jerks. That's what happens when you love something.
Yeah.
That's tasty. Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
it.
I got fudge on the brain.
Yeah, you do.
Well, it's a good day to have it on the brain. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Mags, is this summer a camp counselor at the surf camp up by us. And so she works with the little kids, though, because she's younger, so she works with the younger kids. And she said something yesterday, reminded me of you, Jay Bird. She goes, man, I love the kids. The parents are insane.
It's the truth. That's why I got out of baseball.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of baseball.
So she was telling me this story about how an older kid the other day at surf camp, she had already left because her little campers, they leave at noon. And so Mags had left already. But then some of the older campers, the teen campers, they stay with the older counselors. But there was this one girl that was like wreaking havoc and like kicking other kids. And like she even kicked a counselor.
Whoa.
And it was pushing kids. They have these trampolines like on the ocean. It's really cool, the setup. And she pushed a kid off the trampoline, like
Whoa.
just like doing terrible,
Yeah.
awful stuff. And so the counselor was like, look, I'm going to turn you in and report you, and you're not going to be able to come back to camp. And the girl was just throwing lots of attitude. The mom came to pick her up. The mom was throwing lots of attitude. And Magnolia's like, I can't believe it. The daughter was wrong. The daughter at one point said, I want to come back to camp and kill everybody here. And the mom was
Whoa.
defending the daughter.
She's defending her desire to kill people?
I don't know if she was defending that specifically, but just
Okay.
she was blaming the camp, saying, you don't know how to deal with special needs kids that have ADD. And the camp counselor's like, yeah, we do. We deal with kids all the time. We've been doing this for 20 years. We've never had anybody commit such violent acts and then turn around and threaten to kill everybody at camp.
Yeah.
You're
it's-
done. You're
it's-
done.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I feel like you could get away with that in the 80s big time.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
You can't say stuff like that anymore. And then for the parent to come back and double down and blame the camp, I was like, wow, that takes some balls.
Yeah, that happens, quite frequently, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was a few things that I saw that made me go, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
It's not the kids,
And
it's the parents.
What sucks is the majority, I would say, majority of the parents are cool, but 20% of anything is going to weigh you down because they're loud and annoying. You're always seeing that 20% either complaining or yelling or doing something just not fun, and it can weigh a person down. It's crazy.
But I like what the people that run the camp did. They said, nope, here's all your money back. We don't
Yeah.
want your daughter here.
Right.
Hit the road. No more meetings. No more talking about it, because the dad was then trying to like call a meeting and like, no, we wish you the best, but just go away.
Yeah.
Leave our peaceful surf camp
Right.
alone.
Parents need to realize that they need to watch their own behavior and how much they do allow with their kids, because you're right, they don't have to, they're not required by law or anything like that to take your kid. And what's going to happen is they do all talk too, and so they know, and you're going to wind up finding that there's going to be no place for your child because of what you've allowed them to do and how you've acted.
And if you're defending your kid that just got physically violent,
Yeah.
and you're telling your kid, oh, I'm going to go fight for you,
Yeah.
that's indefensible. And then like now you're teaching the kid, okay, this is the way that you should keep behaving.
Right.
Keep hitting other kids. Keep threatening to kill everybody at camp.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to work at a place called Bucky Dent Baseball School,
yeah.
and the guy who runs it, Larry Hoskins, which is an awesome dude.
Amazing guy.
We'd have this thing called closing ceremonies at the end of the week where all of the parents, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of people, it was a very large crowd of parents, and he'd give this big speech, and it was, in my opinion, inspirational, but it also had a tone of, parents, quit being such, these are not his words, but quit being bitches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't carry your bag for your kid. Let the kid carry their own bag. Stop doing every little thing, defending your kid when they're wrong. And the counselors that would work there always loved that speech.
Yes.
But you'd always see some parents kind of be like, oh, who the hell is this guy to tell me how to raise my kid? Oh, we love
He's talking to you.
Yeah, he is. He's talking to the parents.
The one who gets huffy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stop huffing and listen.
Some people need to hear it.
Amen.
What I got in my mind here today, I saw this stat that 89% of people always sleep on the same side of the bed. These are people that are in relationships. And I actually just thought that was kind of odd because who are the 11% of people that, you alternate every night, or it doesn't matter, or just whatever side of the bed you fall on? Do you have a designed side of the bed with Panda, Virginia?
We do. So when we moved into our house and we set up our bedroom suite, I told Panda where the bed was going to be. And that was one of the first things he said to me. I have to sleep on this side.
Okay, yeah.
Because he knew where in the room he needed to be able to feel safe and peaceful. It wasn't that important to me. So I'm just ready to default. I'll take whatever side he doesn't want. But he is very specific. When we go into a hotel, he's the same. He has to pick which side of the bed that he's on, and it's a big deal where it is in relation to the door. Like if a burglar comes in.
And I thought, most people were really that way. That's why I was surprised that 11% of people, how does that work? What do? You just wind
Who
up...
are these 11%?
Yes. You just,
loose cannons?
Yeah, you just kind of go in the night, be like, oh, okay, she's on that side. I'll just...
Screw it.
Yeah, I'll jump over here.
Yeah. I don't know how anybody does that because you get into a pattern.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious if anybody does that. Of 11%ers out there, that's the percentage according to this study.
Would you feel that off if you had to change side? Would it really mess with you?
Yeah, because we have a sleep number bed, so he keeps his number at 80, and I keep mine at 40. So already I'd be looking for the remote, and where the batteries are dead in it.
It would be a disaster for me because I wake up in the darkness, and I'm up before everybody else.
You'd walk into a wall.
So if I woke up every single morning and I had to get my bearings in the dark of what side I'm in or what my footwork needs to be, I mean, it could just be catastrophic.
You'd stub your toe, scream an expletive.
Be snapping ankles, just breaking things.
Do you guys always sleep in the same bed with each other? There's really never a night where you're not in the same bed?
Yeah, I do because we just have a rhythm of it. When I go sleep in Rocco's room, which I do sometimes, if anybody's sick, if I'm not feeling well or they're not feeling well, we'll sleep in separate rooms.
Or if it's one of those Saturday nights where that Sunday Panda's going to take a long bike ride, you go in the other room.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up in the bed surprised I'm not on the sofa.
You too, Kev? You're always in the bed with the queen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't, there's nowhere else that I sleep. I try to, with everything like that, I am a regimented individual. Everything is done by time, by the moment, by the place.
You are.
Me too. And I look at my little thing in the morning and see how much sleep I got. Okay, good, that's good. Or, oh, that's bad. Every day I chart it.
Well, to me, it's kind of like with anything. If you give a little bit here or a little bit changes there, it all starts to add up. So over the course of 24 hours, giving a little bit of flexibility here and there, I can be way out of my patterns. And if people are upset that we start the show at 6:10 now, we'd be starting at 6:40. So, so that's why it's I've got to stay completely regimented because, you get this large gap at the end, be like, oh, wow. Yeah.
Say you have an hour and a half of sensitivity training you weren't expecting.
Yes, I've got to re-regulate my entire day. You have no idea when that happens.
I know.
Just how
That wrecked my
complicated that makes
day.
my day.
We actually do have an idea.
Yeah, I've got to readjust the entire day from that point forward. So how many times a day are you actually telling your kids no? They did a study on this and they broke it down. If you had to guess, Virginia, where would you say that you are with telling your kids no every single day?
Oh my gosh. Between the two of them?
Yeah.
I probably have to throw out at least a dozen no's.
Dozen no's,
Probably
okay.
more. Probably more. Just the Rocco factor. He's always up to something.
He's got a lot going on. He's very busy-minded.
A curious mind, that one.
He's got the whole living room now rigged with cameras. But
Rigged with cameras.
But he's got extension cords that he pulled out of the garage. So I have all these green extension cords for outdoor for Christmas time to put the
Okay.
lights up.
Yeah.
So he's pulled out all these green extension cords, and now they're all like in the living room everywhere so that the cameras all have power. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, be careful, dog. You're going to show. You show some nakedness.
I am sure I am naked somewhere on some feed. I told you that one time I was sitting on the toilet and I looked up and he had put his nanny cam on the bathroom counter. It was pointed right at me on the toilet.
Where does the nanny cam go?
Well, it was like a camera that he had from when he was a baby.
Okay.
But now he still plays with it and uses it as video surveillance to spy on people in the family.
Huh.
He's got so many cameras.
I'm with Kevin. Huh.
They say that the average parent is telling their kid no 23 times a day. That's what it breaks down to, 23 times a day. And it can be just simple little requests. You start to add them up. If you put that over the course of a year, you tell your kid no 8,400 times. And honestly, from what we've been talking about with parenting, it seems like that number maybe should be doubled, maybe
Yeah.
tripled. It's
I
almost
agree.
Like, it's
Yeah.
almost like parents are not telling their kids no enough.
We need more no in the world.
Yes.
Some parents are soft too.
Yeah.
Like Panda is soft.
Okay.
I am hard, and it's tough because he just doesn't say no as much as me.
Yeah.
You're hard, huh?
I am.
You're
you
the
say,
tough one.
You say no, huh?
What?
Unless it is a nose job.
Dog. And this is one of those times where we got to be Kevin. We say, you ain't hard?
I am.
Oh, dog, you ain't hard.
Oh, I am. You don't even see me.
No, she's hard except for nose jobs and jet skis. The ones that they count as no's, it's simple little things. Can I stay up late? Can I have a snack before bed? Asking to buy random things every time you're in a store. They want to spend more time on their screens, doing their homework later. So you start to look at all these kind of like little things, and that's what it adds up to.
Do you remember the last time you said no to Cannon for something?
Not off the top of my head on what it is, because in our house, same thing. It's pretty much the queen rides as the heavy. She's it, because whatever I say is going to be overruled anyway. So
You get the no.
I just be like, you know what, talk to your mom. I'm like, you know what, because whatever I say, if I go yes, she's going to go no. If I go no, she's going to go yes. So you talk to her and you deal with her.
I threw a fit last night and said no. I walked in from a meeting, so I was late getting home at like 8 o'clock, and Rocco hadn't eaten dinner, but yet he's laying on the sofa eating M&Ms. I'm like, no, we don't eat M&Ms if you refuse to eat dinner. I lost my mind.
Just out of curiosity, because of my brain, what kind of M&Ms were they?
They were peanut butter M&Ms.
yeah, those are good.
Those
Nice.
are the Cadillac of M&Ms.
I would agree, they are very good. M&M's doing a lot of different flavors right now.
I am not a normal M&M lover, but man, those peanut butter M&Ms are special.
Yeah, I agree. So that was your big no yesterday, Virginia?
I was so pissed.
Okay.
You ate no food, but now you're shoving M&Ms down your pie hole.
And you say Panda is too soft.
Sitting 3 feet away from him, just not even caring.
When's the last time Panda has told Rocco no for something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Has he ever, huh? Is that your question?
That's those two, they're buddies.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes it's them against me.
Do they get in the car and talk trash?
Yes.
What?
They probably do. I'm almost positive.
What if Rocco wanted to wear a New England Patriots jersey? What would Panda say?
Oh, Panda would never have that. And Rocco would never do that.
Okay, so he's got his own brand of no's, but you just have to walk in the world of what he's going to say no about.
But
Rocco would never do that to his dad.
I do not see Rocco ever doing that to Panda, and I agree. I think they get in the car, and without a doubt, oh, the witch!
They don't call me the witch. Rocco calls me Virginia.
Oh,
When he's
really?
pissed. When he's pissed, he calls me Virginia. It's pretty funny.
Okay. All right, I got some would you rather questions here for you today. Just trying to figure out exactly where you are set on this. And I thought this kind of be interesting because if you were able to read the thoughts of somebody, who would you rather read the thoughts of? Your boss or your significant other? What would be the value of both, and which one would you choose of the two?
this one is tough because, yeah, you care a lot about your work and you want to make the best moves at work possible so you can make the most money. But you also probably should care about your romantic love life more and meeting the needs of your partner.
Okay.
Ooh, this is hard for me.
This is easy for me.
Yeah, this is an easy one for me, too. To me, it is your boss.
It's without a doubt your boss.
Because with the boss, and I'm saying this with a significant other, with the boss, what you can figure out is, especially if you're coming to like contract negotiations or should you get a raise or what you can ask for, what you can do better. Or
are you about to get fired in Miami?
Yeah, absolutely. and things that you need to look out for. I mean, a lot of your livelihood is based around, doing things for your boss. And if you care, too, about trying to excel and move forward and, climb up the corporate ladder, things like that, being able to read the mind of your boss can really help you out. What an advantage that would be if you just kind of knew what they were thinking to counter that.
You could go into big-time meetings with bosses you don't know very well that you need to impress and get inside their mind quickly and say exactly what you need to say to move up and get, move up in your career. I feel like doing that to your significant others, I don't know. I don't like it. It's a violation.
Well, the reason why, at least for me personally, I go easily with the boss because I don't need to be able to read the thoughts of the Mexican queen because she tells me all of them. So if there is an issue or a problem, don't try to guess. Be like, what's on her mind? What can I do? She will definitely let you know where you're falling short and what you need to do and how she feels at any given moment. It's an open book. So
Panda does not. So that's where me and you are different. Like,
Right.
I have to kind of try to figure out what he's thinking and how he's reading situations because he is the opposite of the queen.
yeah, I never guess.
He tells me nothing. He kind of just tries to just observe and stay out of my way.
I might feel differently because I could see that with some people and their significant other. If they do the wrong thing, their significant other won't tell them, but they'll kind of let them know in their behavior, their reactions. They might be pouty, they might be sad, they might be this, or they might be that. And you're like, okay, what did I do? What have I not done right? Because now, for some reason, we're in this funk, and it's bringing everybody down because of something I must have done, but I don't know what it is, and they won't tell me. So I do see that, and I think it depends upon what you have and what your situation is. Okay, would you rather live in the 1800s or the 2200s? Where would you rather be? 1800s or the 2200s? Keep in mind, we're in 2022 right now.
Who knows what it's going to be like?
You'd be going 178 years into the future.
What is it going to be like in 178 years?
I know, but do you want to go back to no air conditioning?
I don't. I think I take a chance on going to the future, but you could go back to the 1800s and say, "Oh, I wrote this great song called Bohemian Rhapsody. I've been working on. I'm gonna love it."
Yeah.
So you can just go back and be a hack.
No, I'm just kidding.
I got some great ideas. This thing's called the cotton gin. This is, yeah.
I'm working on this script called Star Wars. It's really crazy.
It's really a question of would you rather go to what the known is, and even though it's not familiar to you, you could easily do a quick search on what the 1800s was like and what you would be going into. We have no idea what the 2200s are. And if you're like me and you've only been on this planet for just over 40 years and you realize how much it's changed, what's happened with population and all those kind of
Technology.
things. Well, you just look at one of the headlines today and the record heat in all of these different locations. And they're talking about, hey, people are falling out, having health problems because of the heat and food shortages. And we still got wars and all that kind of stuff going on. I mean, imagine if resources started to become really scarce, where you couldn't get power and internet and food.
Ooh.
You know, you think about the wars you might have then. I mean, you might drop into 2200 and it's just, it looks like Mad Max or something like that.
We're so soft. If something really went down,
Oh, yeah.
You know, we complain if there's no fudge rounds at the store.
Right,
Or
exactly.
at least I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it all really went down,
Yeah.
we're talking the big one, baby.
And the human condition gets very desperate just for mere survival.
We couldn't handle no toilet paper.
I know. You're right.
Zero faith.
Lost our marbles. So imagine what that could be. I think for that reason alone, because it just feels like to me, every single year you're like, holy crap, man. It feels like this whole rock might spin out of control in the next 5 to 10 years. I have no idea what 170 plus years is going to be like.
You think it would be drastically different than right now?
Oh, I think so. No doubt. 178 years, whatever you're talking about, it would be almost unrecognizable.
I think it'd be too much for some of us.
Nah, I can handle it.
If you shot us into there right now, that's really 2 lifetimes from right now.
It is, yeah.
That's 2 more lifetimes from.
Or the way science is going, it could be 1 lifetime.
Yeah.
No, I got to go forward. As a woman, I don't want to go backwards. I mean, they treated us like crap in the 1800s. No thanks.
Yeah, I think we're gonna all go forward, right?
I'm not.
I am.
I'm going 1800s.
I'm going into the future with you, Virginia.
Let's do this.
Let's go into the unknown.
Ride or die, baby.
Oh, we are dead in seconds.
What if we show up and it's just pitch black? There's nothing. It's Armageddon has just destroyed the whole globe, and we're just standing here like.
You might. I mean, you look at like the Matrix, where they burnt the sky and the whole Earth was torched, and you're living under. You could be living underground, crawling through sewer pipes. That used to be what our society was. And
you
that's
paint
your
a nice
existence.
picture, Kevin.
I'm just saying. Sci-fi, baby. It could be reality.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but they had a Twilight Zone about this. A Twilight Zone episode about the same exact thing.
Okay. It'd be kind of interesting to see where people would go. What would you rather do? Would you rather go to the 1800s or the 2200s? I'll see what people say. Suits can put that up in the KVJ TV chat.
I bet most people pick future. To Virginia's point.
We'll see.
I mean, I can't go back. No AC.
There's no air conditioning.
No creature comfort.
You also could head north.
I'm going to take my chance that people have gotten their act together, and by the 2200s, things are cool.
Well, just no air conditioning, no good snacks. I don't even think bread was around, was it? It wasn't prevalent.
They had bread.
It wasn't prevalent. It wasn't prevalent.
Dude, Jesus had bread.
It wasn't prevalent, Virginia.
What?
The good kind of bread.
I don't think you're making sense.
There was poor bread and there was real good bread.
That's your new nickname, poor bread.
I'll send you an article.
Okay, so that would be the big question. All right, would you rather be able to speed read or speed sleep? Speed sleeping would mean that you could get a full night of sleep, let's say in just 15 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
Boom, and you're
then
ready
I'd
to
be
go.
refreshed.
Yeah, like you would for 8 hours of sleep. Here I am.
I
I'm ready to
picked
go.
that. I picked that.
Over speed reading.
Yeah, because sleep is so big for me, and I am so controlled by it.
Yeah, because you can train yourself to speed read. You can't yet train yourself to speed sleep.
I'm perfectly happy and content with the speed in which I read. I'm good with that.
You are,
But
okay.
the sleep, I feel like I never get enough sleep during the week.
All right. And one more would you rather here. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
Gosh.
So you're in a rom-com with people you can't stand. It would be like, for instance, Sleepless in Seattle with Virginia starring Rob Schneider.
I'm going horror movie with my friends.
Yeah, I think I am too, because, I can't fake it around people I hate.
Yeah.
It's all over my face if I don't like you. I can't live in an existence with just people I hate. Ugh, no.
Well, if you go to the horror movie, you're probably not going to exist at all, and you're going to watch all your friends die gruesomely in front of you.
Damn.
Yeah, so to me, I would give me the rom-com with the enemies. I can deal with annoyance more than I can seeing my friends dead or even me dead. You don't even know if you survive it, Virginia.
But I feel like I can help them survive it, and then I'll survive it because we will outwit
Well, the rules of a horror.
the killer.
There's a group of people.
I mean, what's a horror movie where everyone lived?
There's not many.
I don't know. I don't watch them.
Not one person died in this horror movie. It's a slasher film where no one gets
Well,
slashed.
out of us 5, one would be the survivor. And it's usually the purest person. And there ain't no purity on this show. Especially after we got a hold of Suits.
Suits, I think, is the purest we've got, though.
It might be Kevin because he's the only one that regularly goes to church.
That don't mean
do a lot.
nothing.
That means nothing.
Just because you go to church don't mean nothing.
That's a big cover for a lot of people.
Look, this is to be philosophy
A lot of
discussion.
jerk offs at church.
I'm talking about just the scenario within the movie, the rules, the one that would go to church that'd be pure is. Never mind. You guys don't watch horror movies. And I'm trying to find this bread article for you.
Bread article. Okay, poor bread.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right. So you guys are choosing the horror movie, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be with friends. I can't hang out with people I don't like.
Okay, are you going back or forward? 1800s or 2200s? 72% are going to the 2200s.
Okay, we're in the majority, Bird.
Yeah.
All I got to tell you is good luck. Good luck.
Ominous.
Well, I mean,
Damn. I was confident in my choice till Kevin.
Good luck, Virginia. You're going to need it. Not to mention people, too. It just seems like over the last 5 years, people have just become worse. What the heck is going on?
Think about it. For 1800s, human rights were terrible for a lot of people. I mean, I would see why you'd want to go to the future.
Yeah, as a woman, I mean, I was looked at nothing with rights. I was looked at a baby making machine and nothing that even deserved anything.
She can't vote. She probably would have had bad bread.
And bad breath.
I think everybody. I don't think
Dental hygiene was not
could not have had
where
good
it
breath.
is today.
I don't think anybody had good breath back then, right?
No.
You couldn't have.
That's why they didn't smile in pictures. They were sad because they had them rotten ass teeth.
It's actually not true, but yeah, it makes a good theory.
It makes me think no one had good breath.
They didn't make floss in 1800.
I think you had bad breath and the worst breath, but that's all you had.
It was never fresh, minty.
It was a list of awful.
They hadn't invented mint yet.
And think of all the medicine they didn't have.
Yeah.
A common cold could take your ass out.
It could, absolutely.
No thanks.
We're going to the future, dog.
We're going way in the future.
Okay, let me know how it is when you get there. Okay, we asked a very interesting question. I got a lot of reactions last night on the KVJ Show Facebook page. What opinion of yours will normally cause people to dogpile on you? So you got people who are still, they don't care. They love people to dogpile because they love the fight. And then you got the other people who just repress every opinion they have about everything in life because they don't want any kind of fight. You know, any kind of opinion will make people fight with you. So even the basic simple ones, and it's kind of a mix. It's a lot of the ones that you've probably heard, and it's some of the ones you'd be going, okay, really? That's the ones that people dogpile on you on for. So these are ranked out basically by how much reaction they got on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Kelsey had the comment that had the most reaction. The opinion of hers that causes people to dogpile on her is that if you got vaxxed and boosted, you got scammed.
Oh, I saw that fight break. Yeah, there was a few comments. Because I'm the one that put the post up, so I refreshed it just to make sure it was up there.
Yeah.
And within 3 minutes, there was a fight break.
That's one's going to get everybody going, man. Tamara had the second most interactive comment on our Facebook page. She said, pineapple on pizza, and yes, it does belong. So she took a stand.
Okay.
Oddly enough, people do apparently pile on you for that, but that's a little bit more fun than talking about vaccinations.
So I used to think food topics were people would give each other a hard time. Oh, come on, but sometimes Dennys gets death threats about it. You know? It's like
hot dog's not a sandwich.
Yeah, I got a death threat about that.
Yeah.
So y'all need to chill out.
I mean, let's have
If you're wishing death on sweet Dennys over food, you've lost control.
I like the fight, but let's have fun with the fight.
Thank you.
Kelly said the opinion of hers that causes people to dogpile. She said, these kids nowadays need better discipline and less freedom to do what they want, including giving them access to cell phones too young with no parental blocks.
Yeah, I agree with her. So I don't know if people do say it's kind of an old mentality. Oh, you're not really you don't say no to your kid.
People are going to have an opinion on it.
They are.
Yeah, and that's basically what a lot of these are. What is it that you feel or you've ever expressed that you get the most reaction from? And I think that's why these were the top 10 comments, because they do. All these comments get reactions. Christy said, bicycles belong on the sidewalk. That is her opinion, and I would engage with that because I've got a strong opinion on that too.
Dude, I said that at our old station. I said the same exact thing she said, and holy dog pile.
Yeah.
People were so mad at me.
Right. People got strong opinions on that.
Wishing you death as well.
I agree with her.
You can go die with Dennys.
Bikers.
Stephanie, her opinion that gets a lot of reaction, that I hate the movie A Christmas Story. Okay.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that defend it, but I'm kind of with her. I feel it's overrated.
Yeah, you don't like that movie that much.
It doesn't do a lot for me, but keep in mind, I hate the 50s.
You do hate the 50s.
I don't know what it is. I hate everything from the 50s.
I love that movie. There's so many fun moments.
Don't take Kevin to a 50s diner.
And then I started watching Mad Men. I realized how much more I hate the 50s after the way they were. I'm like, everyone was just awful. The clothes were awful. The people were awful. The cars were awful.
Kevin comes for the
food
50s.
was awful. I don't know what it is. I hate the 50s.
Kevin's old school been hating on the 50s. Since I've known him, he's never liked
I don't know
He
why.
old school hates old school.
hate the music.
If a song has doo-wop, oh, Kevin's so mad.
We should make Kevin do doo-wop karaoke.
Lollipop.
Those songs are pretty awful. Come on, baby, the Big Bopper. It's pretty awful.
Jennifer, she said the opinion of mine that has people dogpile on me is actually dogs. Dogs don't belong in strollers, period. You'll see that a little bit. That's the
But I don't know. When you see a dog in a stroller, he kind of smiling. Like, he looks very happy.
The dog is loving it.
The dog loves it because that dog gets pampered.
And they're always shaded. It's a special doggy stroller I've seen. It's like a dog bed that's covered. And
it's got mosquito netting.
oh, yeah.
It's got a little fan.
Yeah. The dog's living a good life.
I want to come back as a Palm Beach dog.
Mandy, her opinion always gets stomped on. Game of Thrones is a terrible show.
People came for her.
Yeah.
You did not give it a chance.
Yeah. And then other people were on her side saying, yes, I started watching it, and just every episode got worse and worse. And then the final season, forget about it. Terrible.
Yeah.
Cindy, her opinion always gets dog stomped on. You don't need to get drunk to have fun. So apparently it gets
true.
a lot of opinions.
I
You
agree
can
with
have
that.
a lot of fun sober, sure.
Yeah, be careful of the person that does make you feel bad for not having it. If they're really being serious, saying, come on, you're not having a drink? Come on, drink. Be careful of that person.
I do that to you.
Yeah, but I want it deep down.
I'm just giving you what you want.
I was surprised to see that this comment was all the way down at number 9. Nicole said, my opinions on gun control and my opinions on religion. So I was surprised that was so low. I figured that might be higher than, what you put on your pizza.
The reason why it's not higher is because she wasn't specific with what if she got into a specific about religion, it would have gone off.
I did see someone tried to start fighting with her. She's like, I didn't state my opinion. I just said that my opinion on it causes people to dogpile on me. So somebody wanted to fight with her, but she wasn't having it. Steph said, freedom of speech doesn't only apply if you agree with it. So she said that opinion always has people dogpiling on her.
The one I have that I'm sort of surprised, and it's gotten even worse the more time's gone on, is about steroids, especially specifically in baseball. People go, Bird, you sound like you're preaching on the top of a hill, you holy hill person. Steroids does not make a difference in baseball, and I strongly disagree with that.
Yeah.
But I'm finding myself to be more on the minority the more time goes on.
Really?
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a different kind of argument. People say, well, just let guys or whoever do steroids and play. That's different than saying steroids don't make a difference. In my opinion, steroids make you a stronger baseball. I'm only speaking on baseball, but it makes you stronger.
Oh, and
a
anything.
ball that goes 300 feet now goes 350 feet. And I played with people that were doing steroids when I wasn't doing steroids.
It makes you stronger. It makes
was
you a
an
stronger
uneven
mail
field,
carrier.
man. It was.
Yeah.
But people say, nope, you're wrong, Bird. It doesn't make a difference.
How many guys on the team played with the steroids in them when you played?
I mean, you're trying to do a...
Yeah, I'm doing an investigative piece over
trying to get it
here.
right out my teeth.
VMZ.
You know what? This interview's over. No comment.
Less than 5.
I just think that I played
More than 5?
I played in a time where you didn't get drug tested for steroids. It wasn't something where I think you would have probably gotten more trouble for smoking weed than doing steroids.
And this was in Pee Wee baseball, right?
Well, this was ages
T-ball, yeah.
7 to 9.
You put it in their snow cones.
No, I just think, I think a lot more people did it than you'd imagine.
Really?
Yeah.
More than 5?
Yeah, probably.
Wow. Interesting. Because I didn't even know that was like a thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
When I was watching baseball at LSU in the 90s, are you telling me guys that were on that team that won the College World Series probably were juicing and nobody knew about it because it wasn't even talked about.
I can only speak about what I went through on my own baseball journey. Did I play with people that did steroids? Absolutely. Was it kind of a hush-hush thing? Yeah, it was a hush-hush thing. But all that
Fascinating.
stuff always gets out.
Right, but that's fascinating.
Yeah.
And when did they start drug testing college players?
That I don't know about any of that because I never did it, and I never got drug tested.
You never had to pee in a cup?
I never got drug tested once in college.
And you graduated in?
Oh well, I mean, 2003.
All right, interesting.
Okay. Well, look at that.
But
I thought Virginia was setting you up for a snore, but she went on for another 5 minutes about
I
it.
was fascinated.
I don't know why she got all Barbara Walters on me.
I know. It's like, what an expose this just
I
was.
think she's trying to get me to out people, which I'm not. But I think my opinion's strong because I didn't do it when I knew people that did, and I thought that was a disadvantage.
Look, I only do hit pieces.
Right here, hit.
Oh.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Naughty, naughty. Oh boy. Jay Bird's been talking about this for a minute. I guess Vince McMahon has been doing some shady stuff behind the scenes.
This is so shocking.
They're finally coming for him. He's been unscathed for a minute.
You are right about that. In today's day and age, it is odd that Vince McMahon has not been brought down yet.
So, according to some emails and non-disclosure agreements that were supposed to be anonymous but now have hit the internet, as they all do, secrets don't stay secrets for long, guys.
Well, if I knew about stuff like this, and I'm nowhere in that world, this is not much of a secret. He's been protected for a long time.
Apparently, he had an affair with a female employee and then paid her $3 million to keep it private. As soon as she started having relations with him, working for WWE, her salary immediately went from $100,000 to $200,000. And then I think when she wanted to leave, they paid her $1 million to stay quiet, and then $2 million over the next 5 years to keep quiet. But that time, I guess, has run out. She got her money, and now, bam, the story is public.
Well, what actually happened, things were all good when she was with Vince McMahon, but he passed her off to another WWE exec.
Oh,
Like she was a hooker.
like a piece of meat?
And she became uncomfortable with that arrangement for some reason.
I am not a charcuterie tray.
And that's when she was like, I'm not sure I'm feeling this. I'm not a commodity, a sexual commodity you can just pass around. And then that's when the real money started to come out.
Well, the reason why, to me, I think people aren't going to be shocked that Vince McMahon was sleeping with somebody who's none of this, to Kevin's
Right,
point,
yeah.
is shocking. What does suck for Vince McMahon is there are darker, deeper secrets about him out there. It's just either love Vince McMahon or you have a terrible, terrible story about Vince McMahon. I've seen it go both ways, but there is a lot of smoke around him and some of the dealings that have happened. And a lot of people go, man, this guy has dodged a lot of major, major bullets and scandals. And there's a documentary. These wrestlers do a thing called Dark Side of the Ring, where they go deep dive and investigate stuff. And that was trending yesterday on Twitter. Everyone's going, oh, Vince is going to get a Dark Side of the Ring.
Dang.
10 episode. Yeah, but he's very protected.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is going to, I don't think this sinks in Virginia.
If anybody tries to produce the Dark Side of the Ring, suddenly they disappear.
There's been, if you really look into some of the stuff with Vince McMahon, you read and go, how is there not more stuff around this? And I think he's protected.
I think people got paid to protect him, maybe.
I just think he's hard to take down.
Juicy.
He was in kind of a, that might have been one of the last bastions, too, of the toxic masculinity where, it was just the boys' club. It was the way things were done, and there was a protection level, and they never thought, okay, yeah, this is terrible stuff, but you would never get brought down for this.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff that I'm referring to, we're talking 80s, 90s, early 2000s stories where there's, I think, a lot of wrestlers at that time period where they were not being checked. I think they probably sleep with one eye open going, when's that call going to come? That story's going to break of that horrible thing. I told you about the dark side of the ring about the plane ride from hell.
Yes, you did. That sounds amazing.
It's an old story for wrestling fans, but people that you don't know about the plane ride from hell.
I would watch that.
All that stuff gets brought up with new eyeballs, too. You know what I'm saying? In today's 2022 sense.
Congratulations, Vince, because you've made the front page of TMZ, and that's eyeballs.
And the first story of the Dirt of the Day.
Oh, yeah. Big stuff.
Power.
Big stuff.
You know me, I love wrestling, so there's so much there's more drama behind the scenes than there is on the screen.
It probably shouldn't have been first, but I put it there for you, Pumpkin.
Thank you, brother.
Amber Heard is insane, y'all. And now it's just comedy for me at this point. I almost don't want to give her attention, but I also don't want you guys to not hear what she is saying. The second part of her Today Show interview with Savannah Guthrie is now out there, and wow, she is psycho, y'all. She is crazy on a deeper level than maybe we even realize. I always thought that she was, manipulative and scary, but is she truly psychotic?
Well, this is currently trending on Twitter right now. # Amber Heard is a psychopath.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have a clip of the Savannah Guthrie interview. I mean, yesterday we played you the Edward Scissorhands one that had everybody scratching their head going, what the F is she talking about?
Such a great comment.
I don't want to admit it, but I did think
awesome.
about that a couple of other times throughout the day. What did she mean
Well,
by
he
that?
made the world believe he had scissors for hands.
She almost broke the internet with that because everybody was like,
That's so great.
what?
I mean, stop talking or keep talking,
And
actually.
she thought it was the smartest, most
That was a mic
prolific
dropper.
point. She wanted to mic drop.
She does. She has a mic drop face. When she says something, she thinks, yep, I finally got everyone to see my point.
Girl, you be crazy. All right, here's You Be Crazy Part 2.
On the first day of the trial, you issued a statement, and part of the statement said, I still have love for Johnny
Yes,
after everything.
absolutely. I love him. I loved him with all my heart. And I tried the best I could to make a deeply broken relationship work. And I couldn't. I have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all.
Sure.
I mean, girl, please.
He probably hears that and goes, what the F is the matter with her? She just accused him of the most horrendous, vile, horrifying stuff that she said. And what?
Well, he probably wants her to keep talking. Keep talking.
I think the lawyers do want her to keep talking, especially his lawyers, because she keeps talking, and these are all considered publications. Even though they're on TV, it's still you putting this out there and you saying that he's lying and that you saying you were the victim. It was proven in a court of law that actually that's not true.
And blaming it and going after social media is not going to work out.
Yeah, you're not making any fans. But she just continues trucking along. It is fascinating to me. And finally here, he was on the run for a few days, but they got that squirrely Bam Margera back in rehab. He's right here in Delray Beach in South Florida. He left the rehab facility that was court ordered, and he was shacking up at a hotel right there in Delray Beach, just minutes from the treatment center, and he was posting selfies with fans in the lobby, so it was pretty easy for them to figure out.
He hit the Ave. He was at El Camino.
Well, Kevin, that's just the power of El Camino.
I
And
get
now I feel like I need to go to El Camino because if
That's
it's that
great.
awesome that it makes you leave your court-ordered rehab, it says something about El Camino.
It's kind of the place to be. The bar's always packed.
So, yes, if you were worried about Bam, they did find him and brought him back to the treatment center. And he went back voluntarily, did not put up a fight. Probably because he had a really strong buzz from El Camino.
Probably.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, got a birthday here. Phil Mickelson is turning 52 years old today.
Oh, he is celebrating with his live cash.
Oh, yeah. They reported $200 million.
I got caught up so much in golf drama. I was watching all of the guys in the PGA tournament talk trash about all the guys in the
Golf's actually become entertaining for
It is.
once.
Well, because what I forget what golfer it was. He was one of the big time golfers. They asked him the live question, and he got so pissy towards the reporter. She goes, "Well, I know you're upset, but I'm going to ask you a follow up question on that." And he got even pissier.
Well,
it's
sorry.
great. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. This is
a story.
This is the best thing to happen to golf.
Oh, they're calling out the other players.
Oh,
it is. It's pretty good.
It's divided.
Golf is now wrestling.
Yeah.
That has
I
become that.
love it.
Yeah, so he's celebrating his 52nd today, having a good old time. Also, happy 30th birthday, Jessica from Heather, Hobie, Kylie, and Sophia. Heather sent that in. Also, happy birthday to Tasia. Very nice. Probably by the time you read this, she'll just be a couple hours old.
Aw, that's adorable.
Happy birthday.
Congrats to my sister Tony and her fiance Cedric on the new bundle of joy from proud Uncle Nino and the rest of the Flowers family clan.
Aw.
Welcome to this crazy place we call Earth, kid. It's going to be a wild ride.
I saw a new baby last night. My girlfriend Samantha had a baby, and the baby's like 2 weeks old or something.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how like tiny everything is, like the littlest toes and feet. And I love a baby.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Virginia did hit Denny's bong.
Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining that.
Babies are so cute.
But to the witch's point, I can get down. I get it.
You get down with a baby.
It blows my mind how we're all created and why we're here in
And we
Earth.
grow
It's
into this?
What's the moon, stars?
What?
Heaven, space?
What, man?
I get
Bruh, it's heavy.
If anyone gets a heavy convo like that, it's this cat.
If you want a birthday shout out, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. We need somebody to call in if you got school-aged kids. Camp KVJ is here for you with a 4-pack of tickets to not only Rapids Water Park, but also to the Jupiter Lighthouse with a sunset cruise. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Yesterday, we were telling you about how Disney was offering up that flight around the world to the 11 or 12 different Disney theme parks globally, plus some other sites. Private jet, what was it, like $110,000 per person? Something like that.
Insane.
Yeah, so they were in the news yesterday. Today, you got Disney kind of fighting back. You know, they've had this whole little battle going on with the state of Florida. It started with Governor Ron DeSantis and them stepping up and making comments about the Florida Parental Rights and Education Bill. Well, then, you know, Florida struck back and they went after the rights that Disney had, you know, when it came to the Reedy Creek Improvement District, where they got to basically make the rules there and they kind of dissolved that. Well, now Disney is kind of jabbed back at the state of Florida.
Okay.
They had planned to move nearly all of its Imagineering from California to Florida by next year. But now they've said, yeah, we're going to at least delay that to 2026 if we're going to come at all. Now, with all those employees moving from California to Florida, they would have built developments, there would have been more taxable income, all that kind of good stuff, adding to the Disney campus that was there. But now it looks like Disney is balking at that, and they may be pulling out of that deal. So it looks like that could be their retribution. Some people are saying it's not definite that they're trying to make a statement with this, but it looks like it probably is.
Man, Disney's always in the mix with something.
They kind of are. I never knew the mouse to be so feisty, but he's in a real battle with the state of Florida now. It's kind of interesting to watch what's going on here. So we'll see. So they were talking about building a new Walt Disney Imagineering campus located at Lake Nona. So that's where it was all going to go. But now, who knows?
What the hell's Lake Nona?
It's just right out by that whole Kissimmee area where they got
You know about this Nona?
I don't.
Okay, good. All right.
I never swam Lake Nona.
Okay. Got Mike on here, the line from Lake Worth Beach. Hello, Mike.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. I guess you got 2 school-age kids that might like a little Camp KVJ in their life?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 6 and 5-year-olds.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I tell you what, we got the hookup for you. We've got a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park. And you ever taken them to the Jupiter Lighthouse?
I have not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh,
Cool.
perfect.
Yep. Very nice. You get to do that as well. So have fun with the kids this summer. Okay, Mike?
I appreciate it, man. Love you guys.
Cool.
Love you. Mm-hmm. Happy Father's Day.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about
Don't
that.
snooze on Dad. I'm telling y'all, that little DoorDash thing I do, you can send Dad food, and it comes with a digital card to his smartphone. The digital card says Happy Father's Day.
Ooh,
She don't get paid for
lovely.
that. That's just love
I
of the
know.
game advice right
That's-
there.
That's just helping you out.
Right, because I think when a business offers something cool like that, I don't need to get paid.
Okay.
I want y'all to know about the cool stuff.
Thank you, Vicious V. Well, I don't have to tell you that everything is more expensive. Just look around, and my gosh, inflation is up pretty much on everything. In Florida, groceries up 12% over the past year, with meat, poultry, fish, and eggs actually going up 14.2%.
Uncrustables on the rise, bread.
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of stuff out there that is going through the roof, and those gas prices, good heavens.
Have you noticed this? Because I know the Sinicki's are down with the pizza. Frozen pizza has gone up.
Absolutely.
Holy crud,
You
Kevin.
can still find deals, but you have to really search them out. Frozen pizza has gone up $1 or $2 a pizza.
There was one. There was an $11 frozen pizza. I've never seen $11 frozen pizza before.
Bruh, stuff like that. I take my ass to Walmart now. I'm telling you. There's just some things you got to get at Walmart.
Well, luckily here in the inflation prices right, we've pretty much taken all the Walmart prices. So that's what we use for our grocery items.
Okay.
Okay, now we polled all of our kids on all these different items, and Magnolia won in every single category. In fact, she's really dialed in. I was really impressed with how well she did.
That's my baby.
In
all
your
this.
face, Rocco and Cannon.
Yeah.
She's also the oldest. And
yeah.
she's out there. She's in the grind, Kev.
She's out there, but she's a consumer.
She is.
Yeah. She's really looking at this kind of stuff. So we're going to put Magnolia versus Bird. I got what her answer is. We'll see what Bird's is and who gets closer to the actual retail price.
It's all going to depend on the item. If you say Hot Pockets, I'd nail this. But
Yeah.
I know it's not.
Magnolia would never eat a Hot Pocket. She's way too health conscious.
I know.
You'd get her on Hot Pockets.
I can't believe the amount of hate I get when I publicly support Hot Pockets. I get a lot of hate, Kevin.
Okay, let's go through this. Jay Bird, you can just tell me what your answer is. A gallon of gas in Palm Beach County. How much are you paying right now in the inflation prices right, Bird?
I wrote it down, make it more official. I'm putting $4.85.
$4.85. Okay. You are 16 cents off. Magnolia said $5.16. She's 15 cents off. She gets the first point.
Damn it. Oh, I'm getting beat by Witch Jr.?
Just like that.
It doesn't feel right calling Mags a witch. I'm sorry. I'll tell you that. Dennys, please edit that out. It didn't feel good. I feel terrible.
Which
Oh, I was trying to be funny. I didn't like it. All right.
immediate retraction.
Yes, please.
This is what Rocco said. He was the most off of all three kids on a gallon of gas. How much is it, Rocco?
I would say the number would be 50.
$50 a gallon.
Yeah.
Okay, $50.
The way things are going, kid, you might be right.
Yes.
Wow. Waka waka.
The next thing here, Jay Bird, a Tesla Model 3. Tesla Model 3. What is the actual retail price right now of a Tesla Model 3?
I'm going to go 75 large, Kevin.
Gonna go 75 large. Magnolia said $72,000. The actual retail price is $40,390. Magnolia is closer again.
Man, she's good. She's good.
She's good. She's good on that. Yeah. Cannon was the most off. Here's what he said a Tesla Model 3 would cost.
5,000.
Okay.
Oh no, I meant $500,000.
Still not good. Still not good. Come on, Cannon.
Well, it's somewhere in the middle, dog.
Yeah.
His voice has dropped.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like deeper in mine now.
5,000.
You got a lot of nerve, lady. To talk about anyone's voice dropping any kind of. Oh.
Okay, Jaybird, inflation prices right versus Magnolia, the standard iPhone 13. What is the retail price for the standard iPhone 13?
Kevin, they spin me around in these phone stores. I go in there thinking I'm going to get a new cord. Like, no, you need the 3-year update, $800, sir.
Yeah.
I will go with it's modern day. It's Mags wants it. It's got to be at least, I'm going to go 1,100.
$1,100. Magnolia said $799. The actual retail price is $799. Magnolia got it exactly right.
That's her world.
Yeah.
She had been on the Apple website just a few minutes, she said, before I went in her bedroom.
That's her world.
How did you nail that?
I get confused in phone stores and in Whole Foods. It just...
Okay, it's a lot, yeah.
I could not find cheese queso in Whole Foods. I asked 3 people. I still couldn't find it. Do they have queso? All right, sorry, Kevin.
Okay, right now the score is Magnolia 3, Jaybird 0.
Damn!
All right, inflation price is right. A first-class airline ticket on Delta from West Palm Beach to New York City, 4th of July weekend.
I mean, Big Apple.
Yep.
We're talking
First class.
First class.
First class.
Yep.
Our nation's birthday.
Yep.
It's got to be anywhere between $800 and $9,000. I'm like, Cannon, it's between...
Yeah, you're right.
$809,000.
I mean, I have no idea. This is so hard for me. I guess because it's the Big Apple. It's big market.
It is, yeah, very big market.
Is this one way, or we're going to go back and forth?
Round trip.
Round trip.
Yep.
All right, we're going to cost. This is going to be $1,600.
$1,600. Magnolia went with $700, and the actual retail price is $1,228. So you guys are right there in between. I need a calculator to do the fast math on that.
Oh, boy.
Which,
no,
Virginia, you're not allowed to do math.
Dennys?
Yeah, don't even
This
try to
is
do
a
that.
big point. I mean, getting shut out.
It's
I
a
think
big
you're
point.
going to get that, yeah.
Wow.
Just eyeballing that, I think, Bird, you just got that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Get it
Yeah.
in.
Finish strong,
Yeah.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay, and final one here.
We can't let things like that pass over without saying what. You can't say those things.
That was his quote.
That's terrible.
But I'm riding you because he was so shady.
Okay, here we go. Final one, Bird. Kraft Original Mac and Cheese, 7-ounce box. This is at Walmart.
Okay.
What is the actual retail price, and the inflation price is right?
It is cheaper at Walmart, and I do Publix all the time. Oh man, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
You said, could you repeat that, please?
He's so dialed in.
It's a 7-ounce box of Kraft Original Mac and Cheese.
I'm gonna go
He's taking notes.
$198.
$198. Magnolia went $199. Actual retail price is $1. Bird, you got that one.
Sorry, Max, you know phones, I know snacks.
Yeah. Bird came back on food.
Wow.
You can't beat him on pasta.
Neck and neck with that one.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese, it's cheap. You can get some cheap mac and cheese out there.
At
That
Walmart,
did not go up.
At Walmart, they do. They're much cheaper.
You will pay a little bit more for the liquid Velveeta mac and cheese with the
You're right.
shells. You're going to
Yep.
pay a little bit more.
You do. You're absolutely right.
That was, what a ride. That was
Yeah.
fun.
People fighting online, losing their minds. So we read the crazy crap they write and have a fun time. Well, get ready for this week's digital drama.
Okay, we got Nikki here, who's gone through a terrible breakup, and now she really hates men. And by her venting, she's caused a little bit of a gender war here in this thread sent to us.
Kick it up, Nikki.
Let's get into it.
I will play the role of Nikki. We'll have Virginia playing the role of Brian. Dennys, you can be Bruce, and Bird, you'll be Lucy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what Nikki had to say. Why are you men the way you are? Seriously, you all got some effed up DNA swimming around your crazy asses.
Yes, preach, girl. Men only care about themselves. It's so over them.
Overacting.
So the guy I was talking to accidentally called me some other bitch's name. He called me Trish. Instant mood killer. He was all like, I'm so sorry, baby. I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. Next. Bye-bye.
Whoa, what's with all the man bashing, ladies? Women can be awful too. Can anyone say Amber Turd? Come on, ladies, you're better than this.
Nobody asked you, Brian. Read the room, asshat, and let the ladies talk here.
Damn, Lucy, you're acting like a raging bee. You don't have to tear down men to lift up women. This thread is toxic.
Exactly, Bruce. My ex cheated on me with several men and women. She knowingly gave me the clap, too.
Damn.
It's curable, so it wasn't the end of the world, but you get my point.
Of course, the men on this thread make it all about themselves. SMFH.
It's how our country is set up. Men are the victors and the victims. Then they wonder why a gender war is coming for their asses.
Yes, Lucy, this is war. Preach, girlfriend.
Preach.
You're a lot.
Another poster we got here. There is new neighbors, and they have everybody talking about how awful they are. James starts this rant off here, but it doesn't take long for others to join in. Virginia, you get to be the role of James here in this thread.
The lead.
Mm-hmm. I'll play the role of Julie. Burr, we can have you be Roger, and Dennys, you'll be Nadine.
All right. I think James is from Brooklyn, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
Who are the new neighbors with the weird-looking dog and loud-ass crappy car? They're wearing out their welcome very quickly.
Why? What are they doing that's rubbing you the wrong way?
Everything. They're loud, they're dirty, the dog is a jerk-off, the kids leave trash all over the front yard, and it blows in mine. I'm sick of it.
I live next door to them, and they are awful. I'm so glad you posted this. I found 5 empty quarter-pounder boxes in my backyard. They've been throwing trash in our yard for the last few weeks.
Forget about it.
Are you serious? That's so messed up. I would have fought them if they did this to me.
It almost did. It turned into a big thing. Their kids lit a bottle rocket, and it hit our roof, and my husband wants to fight everybody in their house, including their children and that awful dog they have.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell was going on over there. What's with the dog? Does that thing even have eyes? It looks eyeless to me.
There's no way they aren't on hardcore drugs. I don't live as close as Julie, but I live close enough for me to be super annoyed. Drugs and the internet are ruining not only our neighborhood, but our country.
Whoa.
Hey, is anybody going to answer my question about their eyeless dog? I'd really like to know. I'm just seeing things of, does that dog really have no eyes?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Eyeless dog. That's fun stuff. All right, well, thank you very much for the posts. You can always send them to us, screenshot, and send to mail@kvjshow.com.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, I know I am. Here we go. It is that time again. Denny's got some jokes for us. We let him know what's hitting and what's missing. What you got for us today, Denny's?
All right. What penalty did the ref throw at the octopus in the final quarter?
I don't know. What penalty do you throw at him?
A tentacle foul?
Oh, Denny's!
It's so good.
That's
Sports.
Good. Yeah, I love when he does sports
Oh,
comedy.
yes.
He's back.
Yeah.
Where in New York do moles, rabbits, and gophers live?
Where in New York do they live? I don't know. Where do they live?
The 5 boroughs?
Oh, yeah.
The New Yorkers are going to like that
yeah,
one.
forget
Let's go.
about
Now
it.
that's
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Third joke. Where do computer programmers go to eat and get drinks?
I don't know. Where do they go to eat and get drinks?
CGI Fridays?
Oh,
The boy's on fire.
Oh,
killing it.
Yeah, Netflix
Stop,
special.
drop, and roll. Yeah.
Fourth one. What did Shamu say after being saved from the fishing nets?
I don't know. What did he say?
All's well that ends well?
My boy's got 4 bangers. This is a good round, dog.
Yeah, it's the best of list today.
Yeah.
Okay, finish strong, Daddies.
All right, finally. Why was Stuart Little's girlfriend disappointed by his performance in the bedroom?
Well, I don't know. Why?
Because he had some shortcomings?
His name's Stuart Little.
I love it, Dave.
Okay,
It's a home run,
very good.
Josh.
Nice.
Round of applause on that.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, your boy Joe Exotic's having a rough go in prison.
Uh-oh.
Looks like his prison fiance just broke up with him.
Oh, he found love in prison.
Yes. So there was a new guy in his life, inmate John Graham, who was there in the same jail with Joe Exotic. So, I mean, if you're locked up with your fiance, you find love in prison. I mean, it's kind of awesome, right? You're there together, spending every waking moment together.
If you have the full on sentence and you have nothing else going on and you find love in prison, I think that's the right move, right? You're passing the time.
Unfortunately for Joe, when John Graham got released from prison, he broke up with Joe. John's on the outside.
He got that outside thinking back.
The buffet has opened up. There's many more choices to sample, and I'm sorry, Joe.
And that 15 minutes is really ticking.
No, you're right.
Joe is still in prison. Joe Exotic still trying to get released. It ain't happening so far.
Is Joe's ex-lover, is he doing the rounds with the press and talking? And
he is talking, yes.
Okay, so Kevin's right. He needs to. He has to ride this 15 minutes.
This guy has some horrifying prison tats, and he is talking. He is definitely interesting.
How does that work? So if the guards see them doing the hibbity-dibbity, do they have to stop them, or do they just go, you know what?
There's places to go in the prison where the guards don't watch you.
I feel like they know where it's at, though. They're just like, you know what?
The guards don't want to mess with that.
Exactly.
Now you're breaking up a fiance and fiance having consensual relations.
But I wonder how often they have to stop all that from going on in any kind of prison where people are getting, really going at it.
Oh, there's banging happening all day, Jay Bird.
I'd imagine that's
Doesn't
what's
stop.
going. Yeah, you can't control everybody.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Maybe Joe Exotic doesn't want to get out. I don't know. The Foo Fighters just announced they are going to be adding a bunch of celebrities to that Taylor Hawkins tribute concert. Now, there's one that's going to happen in London, and there's one that's going to happen in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, you'll also get Miley Cyrus, Joan Jett, Alanis Morissette, and Gene Simmons. And the one that's going to happen in London will have Liam Gallagher, Brian May, Mark Ronson, Roger Taylor, and Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
So, sounds like they are doing it right. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people can probably relate to this. The email says, I don't have anywhere else to live, but I'm scared to death where I am.
Oh.
The email says, I got laid off in March and I was about to become homeless in late May when my friend offered me her spare room. She said that I can pay her rent when I get a new job. And I keep hearing about all these open jobs, but I've yet to find one in my field. So my days are spent job hunting, but there aren't many interviews set up for the morning time. So, I'm at the apartment, sleeping in, whatever. But what is odd is that there are many mornings where my friend's boyfriend is there too from the night before. In fact, I met him when I saw him looking through my open doorway on my second morning there. It freaked me out because I didn't know who he was, and there's just a man watching me sleep. I thought the door was closed, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't make an issue of it. So we got off on the wrong foot, and maybe that's why I think he's a total creeper. He just has this weird vibe to him.
Trust a vibe, girl.
She said then not even a week later, he accidentally walks in on me in the shower. The apartment is small and only has a shower and one bathroom.
Why is there no lock on this door? You can put a lock, go to the hardware store. You can put a $2 lock on a door.
She said that the lock that she does have on the door, apparently you can pick it pretty easily.
Okay, well then don't get that kind. Get the sliding kind that you find on the inside of a bathroom stall where there's no picking that. That's on the inside.
Well, and the other thing, this isn't her apartment.
Well, she's got every right to add this additional feature of safety.
It sounds like she's got the pervert doorknob.
Yeah.
Or you can, any door that you can pick.
Oh, this is messed
up. And you're right. There are some that all you need is a little pin.
It's true.
Opens right up.
Rocco has become an expert at picking his sister's bathroom lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
He's not trying to peek.
No, I know.
He just likes to pick locks.
Yeah, so I mean, it can be done. Apparently, it's happened here in this case. She says, I'm making it a point now to get up early and get out of the apartment. But even still, I feel like I am sleeping with one eye open.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything to my friend because I don't want to have another option but my car. And it does get hot at night. Sadly, I know. I've tried it. Now, would you say anything if you were me and jeopardize a free place to stay? Or would you just keep quiet? Any guidance on how to handle this?
Oh, boy, this is tough. I mean, you don't have any other options, no other friends that you can couch surf with. I mean, you could take all your stuff and put it in storage and maybe just couch surf.
I would assume she has nothing if she's sending this email, because I think that'd be the first thing you'd think of is, okay, where else can I go?
Well, I will take you to Home Depot or to Ace Hardware, and I will buy you these very inexpensive hardware pieces that you can add to the backside of both the bathroom and the bedroom where you are.
That sounds like such a miserable trip. It would be Virginia going to Home Depot the whole time just bashing men.
Creepy men, yeah.
Well, what happens is
I bash creepers.
All men get thrown into the categories. It would just be, oh man.
You keep talking, you'd be thrown in too.
Oh, I could give a frog's fat ass.
Well, how insulting is it? I'm just kind of curious if you know, you're giving up a free room to somebody and they come to you big going, yeah, your boyfriend kind of creeps me out. Can I put stronger locks on all these doors?
It's not the right move to approach the girl and say anything disparaging about her boyfriend yet. Now, what you do say is, hey, you know, I don't know, like the other day he accidentally walked in on me in the shower. So I'm just going to add this lock and it's just going to make all of us more safe and secure when we're in the restroom or the bedroom.
Do that old school thing they used to do in all the movies. Take your dresser and then put it against your door.
Totally. You could do that.
That's security on a budget, Kev.
Yeah, and I was wondering, do they have something that could be a door prop, something like that, where you don't have to make a big deal out of it, but say it's almost like a crowbar looking thing that you prop up underneath the door handle and you stick in against the floor.
I saw this. They have this because teachers have this for their classrooms now to keep the intruder from getting in. There is something, but I don't think it's cheap. It's not cheap like the little piece of hardware that I'm talking about that slides left and right.
Look, you could absolutely say something, but you do run the risk of having this go bye-bye, and that's just something you're going to have to... Is there a way to secure yourself without, legit secure yourself without making this a thing?
There's some good suggestions, and that would be the first one, trying to find that door prop, because that's something the roommate doesn't even have to know that you have. Just whenever you go in, you could wrap it in your towel when you go to the bathroom, and you prop it up against the door. When you're sleeping at night, you could do that. Somebody suggested putting bells on the door handle on the inside, so if the door does open up, let's say he does get in, there would be a little bit of a jingling, and that would definitely wake you. I'd be going, yeah, can I help you? What the heck is going on?
How many situations has he been creepy?
Two.
Yeah, 2 different instances.
But 2 is enough for me to say something, but don't be accusatory. Don't be coming at him. Don't make him mad, but just say to her, look, I just want to increase the safety stuff on both of these doors for you. It adds to the value of your home because now these 2 rooms are more safe.
Well, it sounds like if you don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation, there are simple triangle door stops. They're cheap and effective, something you could afford, and then that way you have it, and you're not trying to say, like, why would you want to put door locks on there? Well, because your boyfriend's creepy.
Yeah, if you're staying at someone's house for free, and then you come in there, and they're taking out their doors and putting locks, that ain't going to jive well either. You can't start putting locks in someone's house when you're staying there for free. Man, Nikki gets bad advice.
Apparently, these removable locks and wedges you can use in hotel doors and are available on Amazon.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So it sounds like that's probably your solution, but it's something that obviously you want to keep an eye on. So because you're in a very awkward, tough situation.
And save your money and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, don't be there any longer than you have to.
Sure, I think she's wanting to get out as soon as possible.
You need to have an exit strategy, and you need to start asking around to everybody. And maybe you tell people that you know, especially women, say, look, here's what's going on. I'm here because I have to be here, but here's what's going on with this dude. Can I couch surf at your place for a month just to put me not in this situation?
Yeah. And I'm wondering, too, because the other thing that she said in there that kind of stood out to me, too, was she said she's been really being aggressive looking for a new job. But she said, everyone talks about all these jobs, but there's nothing available in my field. Is that possible? Where there, the overall thought is that, hey, there's jobs for anybody and just go out there and if you look, you're going to find a job. And she's kind of saying the opposite.
Well, I don't think there's jobs in all fields. There's a lot of jobs, but there's not a lot of jobs maybe in a specific field. I know there's a lot of service industry jobs that are out there right now. It may not be jobs that she wants to do.
Okay.
And, when you're in a situation like that, I would work as much as you can and save as much as you can.
Yeah.
But
and we don't know, too. I don't know what her field is.
Yeah, true.
Brain surgery. And that's tough to find.
Somebody actually sent in a photo of that doorstop thing, and it's $25.98 on Amazon.
Okay.
So there you go. It looks like that's probably...
If you can't afford it, I'll buy it for you.
Mm-hmm. And apparently we can be like monster.com. We have people texting you, what's her field? I'll hire her.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll find you a job, too, and get you out of that place.
I love this.
Mm-hmm. Well, we all do dumb things. Sometimes when we do, we're little kids. Other times, we are drunk adults. So we got to try to figure out which you were. Thank you for the submissions on the WRMF app. We have something called the mic drop feature. You go down to the bottom left-hand side of the app, you see a little microphone, and you record your audio right there, and it sends us to us here in the studio. So just let us know the dumb thing you did, leave a little bit of space, and then let us know if you're a little kid or a drunk adult, and then the details about what went on. We're going to start off here with Jamie's submission. Jamie, what is the dumb thing that you did?
I ate 30 Reese's peanut butter cups.
30 Reese's peanut butter cups? What the heck?
I did that this weekend.
Dang.
He's not impressed.
I'm not impressed.
Okay. Well, you're a grown man, though. What if you're a little kid?
I just ate a box of Bucky's fudge.
A whole box in 48 hours.
All right, what does that sound more like, a little kid or a drunk adult?
Little kid.
Yeah, I agree. Little kid.
Because it just shows, although drunk adults don't know when to stop either, man.
True. I would do that more if I were a drunk adult. That'd be my game.
I'll stick with little kid.
Okay. You both going little kid? I'll go drunk adult here. Jamie, what were you?
I was a little kid who took a dare at a slumber party. I ate them all, but I felt terrible. And in the middle of the night, I had a massive well of nausea hit me. So I ran to the bathroom and the projectile vomited. But since it was dark, I didn't realize that the bathroom was actually this girl's parents' bedroom, and the toilet was their bed. An hour later, I was asleep at home in my own bed.
Could you imagine a little kid comes running into your bedroom and barfs 30 Reese's cups?
It's a lot.
All
It's
over
a
you?
tough way to wake up.
It is so tough.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe one of the worst ways.
Wow. Okay, we got Nick here. Nick, what dumb thing did you do?
I stole a shopping cart and left it in a graveyard.
Ooh.
Stole a shopping cart and left it in a graveyard.
That thing's
Feels drunk.
That thing's layered, too. Yeah, definitely drunk.
It feels drunk. And, dude, don't disrespect the dead like that.
You've got all kind of things that just say drunk. Graveyard,
Yeah.
shopping cart.
Yeah. 3 for drunk.
I was a drunk adult. My friends and I were very drunk. We were looking for something. The only thing that was open was a 24-hour Walmart. I wound up accidentally, quote-unquote, stealing the shopping cart. The cops were called. I had to run away from them with the shopping cart, and I wound up ditching it in a graveyard by my place.
Okay.
Strong performance.
So you wasn't trying to be a jerk to the dead.
But still, the byproduct.
You're a jerk to the dead.
You need to be a little more self-aware, bruh.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got a submission here from Shauna for little kid or drunk adult. What dumb thing did you do, Shauna?
I got stuck in a storm drain.
I got stuck in a storm drain.
Damn.
This sounds little kid to me.
Totally.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 for little kid. What were you, Shauna?
I was a little kid.
Yep.
My ball went down a storm drain, so obviously I went after it. I ended up getting stuck for over 6 hours.
Wow.
And the fire department and EMTs had to come in and save me.
Okay.
Just be careful with them drains because that's where the clowns live, Virginia.
I know.
They all float down here, Kevin.
Is that what they do?
Yes.
Okay, Jim did something dumb. What did you do, Jim?
I punched a mall Santa Claus in the face.
Oh, my gosh.
Damn.
Jim.
Very not Christmas-like.
You have to be you have to be a little kid. Hopefully, you were not trying to get access to Santa as a drunk adult.
I'm going to go against the witch and say this sounds like a drunk adult.
I could see it either way. This is a tough one, but I'll side with Virginia. I'm going to go little kid. What were you here, Jim?
I was a drunk adult. The mall Santa cut me in line at the food court, and when I complained, he shoved me. Being drunk, I slugged him right in his cherry nose and kicked him in his bowl full of jelly. I was arrested and banned from the mall for life. Thank God for online shopping.
I punched him in his cherry nose and I kicked him in his bowl full of jelly.
I mean, where did this happen to where, Santa Claus has got such a quick anger trigger?
Why is Santa waiting in the line in the food court?
I thought that too. This is not a high-end mall.
No, you let Santa go in the break room, and one of the elves goes and stands in line.
Not a high-end mall
I
at
feel
all.
like this is a low-budget mall, definitely late 80s maybe.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
They set Santa up to fail.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Not good.
But Santa needs to kind of simmer down a little bit, too. He pushes the guy.
I get it, but look, you'd be a little crabby, too, if you had kids peeing on your lap.
There's a lot of wrong to go around.
There's a lot of wrong.
All right, Bird, you're going to take the win today. You got 4. Very nice. He knows his drunks.
Look in the mirror.
Oh, boy. Okay, we've all done some bad stuff. Maybe things we're not proud of. But by some of these texts, I think some people are actually very proud of them. Confess to your bad behavior, and you can do it anonymously right now. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. This text has got a Father's Day theme here. It says, my dad is in his late 70s, and every Father's Day, I buy him a top-quality tool that I think is awesome. He loves them. But I'm also playing the long game. My wife would never let me buy expensive tools for myself.
Oh, damn. I see you.
So when he died, you get the tools?
You get all the tools that you gave to your dad for Father's Day.
It's kind of a sick game you're playing.
It is a sick game. I can see why you want to remain anonymous, but some might argue it's genius.
It is kind of sick, but I get it, you know?
Well, you can be sick and genius.
Totally.
Look.
Yeah.
Your mind is going to go there when you give gifts to the elderly. I think about that when I give jewelry to my grandma.
Okay.
Oh,
boy.
She wants to take that left down Depression Highway. Come on, let's go.
I love my grandma, and I love giving her jewelry. I give her a lot of pearls and stuff that grandmas love. And then I think about, one day I'm going to probably get this back.
Damn, and there it is.
Yep.
Boom. Right in time for the weekend, Kev. It ain't a week without one of Virginia's depressing-ass stories.
Unnecessarily sad moment.
I don't want it back.
You can hear it ramp up, too.
Yeah.
You can hear sadness.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a moment over here. That one hit home, Kevin.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, just wait. There's a couple more doozies in here.
I can tell she wants more.
I'm reeling. I don't know if I can take more.
There's more in the tank.
This confession, somebody texted in here, 877-979-9763. It says, we have a plastic tumbler that says a-hole on the side of it. Okay, well, that's a little racy and fun.
All right.
They say when my 2-year-old daughter is being particularly difficult in the morning, it's the cup she gets for her juice. It's the only power I have to feel I've evened the score. So you got a 2-year-old drinking out of an a-hole tumbler?
That's amazing.
Okay. This text says, for Christmas, I got both my mom and my husband something to make them smell good, but I mixed up the packages and I gave the perfume to my husband and the cologne to my mom.
Oh, no.
Neither seemed to even notice, so I didn't say anything, but it is weird to get used to my mom smelling like my husband and vice versa.
Some of this stuff they make now is so unisex.
Yes.
That Calvin Klein, that stuff's good. Calvin Klein, unisex?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is.
I'm only using Gucci currently.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, of course.
You get more annoying as the show goes on, don't you?
It's a goal.
This says, my wife will audibly explain to our dog on just how I've screwed something up, and she does it within earshot of me. I pretend not to care, but as soon as my wife goes out, I sit the dog down and I give him my side of the story.
That's amazing.
I get it.
You need to make a TikTok video because that would go viral.
All right, Rover, let's get it straight here. Here's what really happened.
The witch is right. That's the kind of TikTok crap that goes viral.
Amen. We need it.
Somebody confessing, they say, whenever I wander around a store and then I leave without buying something, I walk out extra slow just to demonstrate I haven't stolen anything. Do you do that? Do you feel sometimes weird when you go into a store and you leave and you haven't bought anything, but you're going through the metal detectors? You're like, okay, just so you know I didn't go through the checkout lane.
And maybe you're holding something that you walked in with, and then all of a sudden you feel like so guilty, but you didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Yeah, I have that a lot.
I have that when I go into a shop and don't buy anything. I walk in, look around, they don't have what I want. Then I'm like, they're looking at me going, that bitch didn't buy anything. And I have this weird guilt. And I've bought so many things that I don't want or need just because I'm a psycho.
Listen to this confession here. It says, when I was a kid, I painted a scary face on my little sister's wall with luminous paint. It was 3 days before I heard her blood-curdling screams.
Oh, no.
That's a creepy prank, man. That's horrifying.
Yeah. I'd watch that one.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that kid.
This confession that just came in says, to combat a soda thief at work, I used a small insulin needle to punch a small, undetectable hole near the top of a can to drain a third of the soda out. I then replaced it with a liquid laxative.
It's just so much work.
Later that day, it was going around the hall that this coworker had crapped his pants on his way to the restroom. He then took the rest of the week off, and never again did a soda disappear from the fridge.
Wow.
You're set a little psychotic, though.
I guess they're trying to protect their soda.
You can't be poisoning people and them crap themselves to death.
You shouldn't. You're one step away from murder, though.
But it's 2022, Virginia. Maybe things have changed about X-Lax.
This confession says, my car was full of junk and I needed to clear it out for a service job I was getting. So I rented a storage unit for a month so I didn't have to sort things out. That was 4 years ago. I've been paying monthly ever since. And it's cost me $5,000 so far, and the value of the contents is under $200.
I've done the same thing.
Okay. Somebody else, they said my best friend in high school had to poo, but our photography teacher wouldn't let her. So I stood guard as she went in the trash can in the dark room.
Oh, boy.
10 minutes later, the smell hits the whole class and our school was evacuated. I'm no rat, though. You won't get the friend or the high school from me.
How stanky was your poo if the school had to be evacuated?
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking probably public school lunch. Hits you probably 6th period.
An 82 poo?
Yeah, I mean, think about some of that. You had turkey tetrazzini at noon. It's now about 1:45. I don't know. It's not good.
And one more text here says, my husband finally gave me the big O for the first time last night. I was thrilled, but I couldn't share my joy with him because he thinks he's been doing it for the last 15 years.
Damn.
Well, what you do is you go, baby, whatever you did last night, let's explore that. Let's really examine what we did here.
Yeah.
Compliment and
Yes.
focus on the positive. Don't talk about the negative. But seriously, if you're faking the big O, you're only hurting yourself, ladies. Don't do it.
Be very vocal with what you like.
Make him work for it till he gets it right. Don't let him off the hook by faking it.
Look, if you like the back of your neck licked, and that's your thing, and your partner's not doing that, let's communicate here.
Something tells me he likes the back of his neck licked.
The bird? Oh, no doubt. Yep.
The bird leads the league in wanting saliva on his skin.
All right. She's about to take it too far, Kev.
I know.
She's ramping up. I can tell.
She's ramped down to sadness. Now
Yeah.
she's ramping up to a little bit too risque.
You don't know what you're going to get from me.
Dude, the thing is, I've worked with you so long, I can hear your ramp ups to your comments.
Yes. Here we go.
Brace yourself.
He's trying to get there.
It's about to be vulgar or sad.
Yes.
I have 2 speeds.
Vulgar or sad. Nice.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Ow! Take it.
Gosh, this is just a really crazy story that really doesn't make a lot of sense. 25-year-old Tate Turner from West Boca was on northbound I-95 just south of I-595 when he purposely crashed into a Florida Highway Patrol car at about 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday night.
Purposefully?
Purposefully.
Damn.
The marked patrol vehicle had its emergency lights activated when Turner traveled through the traffic cones and entered the closed right lane.
What are you thinking?
He struck the officer and then just sat in his car. The officer got out and went to him, and he said Turner was just sitting there, and after a delay of asking him, like, hey, what are you doing? He admitted that he struck the patrol vehicle on purpose.
Why? What is the matter with you?
He said he wanted to be taken to jail. Now, the FHP officer was really confused because he didn't look like he was impaired in any way. Turner said he left his home in West Boca, was traveling to Hallandale Beach, and then decided to turn around for some reason and head back to Boca. And then he decided in the midst of it, you know what? I think I'm going to go through these barricades and plow into this FHP car. He said that he wanted to go to jail because he felt like he was already in jail.
Oh, my.
Officials said that when he was asked why he felt like that, he said, well, it's just a bunch of things, but refused to go into detail. He's never, ever been arrested in his life.
Is the officer okay?
The officer's going to be okay, yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. He was taken into custody. He faces charges of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is his car. So, I mean, he jumped right into it for a guy who has no record and apparently was on no substances. He just, life had gotten to him, and he said, this is what I'm going to do.
Grant from our chat room said he heard Joe Exotic was single now. He's like, I got to go to prison. I got to go to jail.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
good one, Grant.
Well, one...
Oh, Dennys! Grant stepping on your bit.
Got competition, dog.
Well, as one guy's going to jail, another guy's getting out. 67-year-old John Hinckley Jr. has been freed after attempting to assassinate President Ronald Reagan back in 1981.
I saw this and thought this was crazy. I thought if you try to kill a president, that's his curtains for you.
Yeah,
You're
right?
never getting out.
Lock up and throw away the key.
Wow.
What a bizarre story.
So bizarre.
Yeah, it really is. He's all good. He tweeted, after 41 years, 2 months, and 15 days, freedom at last.
And he's tweeting?
Yes.
Wow. He already figured out Twitter?
He's got more followers than we do.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I know. What the heck, man?
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought this was. I thought there were just some things in life where you try to kill a president, you go to jail forever.
You're donezo.
You would think it should be.
You get paroled from
Yeah.
shooting the president?
And listen to this. He had already had a gig planned because I guess he does music. I hear it's not very good, but he was going to play at the Market Hotel in Brooklyn after getting out, but I guess they got a lot of heat and they announced that they were going to scrap the gig.
But he had a gig booked?
He had a gig booked for when he got out.
Okay, this is
Right?
this blows my mind. I just don't get the law, Virginia. Since the Johnny Depp court laws and courtrooms, I just don't get them.
It's goofy.
It's goofy out there.
Yep. Well, here's somebody that is custom made for one of our call 'em outs. A customer at the King Cajun Crawfish in Orlando.
Oh, yeah, this is not going to go well.
She was demanding a refund in addition to getting her leftovers to go. And I'm sure the King Cajun Crawfish is a lot like the boil places that you see here in South Florida.
Yes.
And if you don't know, we've talked about them several times. It's actually typically run by Vietnamese people who came over from Vietnam, and they wound up in New Orleans, and they learned a bit of the seafood techniques, and now they're here in South Florida opening up all these restaurants for the short go because, hey, they're doing really well.
They really are. It's hot right now.
Yeah, so I assume this is probably the same kind of thing here in Orlando. So knowing that, you can already hear a lot of times, racism goes hand in hand with ignorance. And so this person in their comments are ignorant based on what they were saying. Here's a little bit of audio from the video of what she was saying to the employees.
You're a Chinese bitch, not me.
Okay, I got that camera. I got that camera calling me that.
You're a Chinese bitch.
Okay, thank you.
You want me to spell it for you? You're a Chinese bitch.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yeah, stop. Okay, I have her on camera saying that.
Who gives a bitch? Call the police. What they gonna do? I said in front of them, you're a Chinese bitch. Now what?
Okay, you're going on Facebook.
So dumb.
Yeah, so dumb comments because obviously she's not Chinese, she's Vietnamese. Still a very terrible thing to say, and you never should.
You got to be really careful because they will dox you and you'll lose your job. You'll lose your standing in whatever neighborhood you're wanting to be. Your kids will get heat. Like, it's not cool.
Whatever happened to ELE? Everybody love everybody.
Yeah. Well, this is definitely not a very loving act. There's a guy that died, and he's in his casket in Texas when a 51-year-old woman comes into the funeral home, goes up to the casket, and spits in his face.
What?
What did he do?
Oh my gosh. That is such a,
wow.
That's a move.
Wow.
That is a move.
What did he do?
Exactly. What did he do?
I want to know.
It is not in the story, but she is now facing a felony charge of abusing a corpse.
I wonder how often that happens where somebody goes to a funeral and yells at the corpse.
Crazy, right?
It's a bold move. Because, I mean, if you're still breathing and they're not, your rational mind should just go to the place of, you know what, I've already won this war.
Yeah, but if you are, let's say someone really screwed you over, and I'm talking about in the worst sense possible, and maybe a family member, and you just found out they died, you may be so overcome with emotion going, son of a, spit on your car.
No, they're dead. You won.
I don't know.
You won.
It's so easy to say that sitting here without someone dead that did something horrific to you. I can see this going down more than we would think at a funeral.
Crazy, right? A woman who is strapped to a gurney opened fire inside the emergency room of a Texas hospital. What the hell's going on in Texas?
Damn.
The woman was taken to the hospital for a mental health checkup after causing a scene in a local business. And even though she was strapped down, she still was able to pull a small caliber gun from a holster that was hidden under her dress. This is Texas, y'all. You guys just assume everybody's packing. And she managed to get off 2 shots before an EMT wrestled the gun away from her.
Damn.
Wow, she's in the hospital on mental health hold when she gets a hold of a gun. Oh my gosh.
Yeesh.
A man was arrested for stealing a street sweeper in Jacksonville.
Oh, man. And you shouldn't do that, but I get it. It looks fun.
It was gone for 3 hours, and then later in the day, a resident's like, hey, I see a dude on a street sweeper. I don't think it's his. So the officers responded to the call and found the suspect in his backyard, and the guy tried to take off, but he was caught and tackled into a mud-filled ditch.
Yeah, street sweepers are tough to hide, first of all.
Right.
And how fast can those things go?
Not fast enough. I mean, how do you jack a street sweeper and 3 hours later they don't know where it is?
Does it have one of those governors on it to where it makes it go real quick?
Those governors must be easy to take off if you know what you're doing.
You can soup up some golf carts. I know that.
You totally can. But you only have to do it a couple times to be able to do it on any of them, probably.
Some of those golf carts, I swear, they get up to 45 miles an hour, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing.
That feels really fast.
It does feel maybe not that fast.
A commercial bus driver has been charged with 38 counts of reckless endangerment after blacking out behind the steering wheel while snacking on gummies that he didn't realize were loaded with THC.
Oh, my gosh.
I've told you guys this before. They are making edibles to where some of them don't even taste like there's anything in them.
And they package them to look like regular candy brands that you know and love.
There was one that looked like a Butterfinger. It tasted a lot like a Butterfinger.
Look
you go,
out.
whoa.
Look out if you're driving a bus.
It literally gives you Butterfingers.
It does.
25 people in Switzerland had to be treated for burns Tuesday night after a team-building exercise where they had to walk across hot coals.
We know that move.
We totally know that move. You got to be very careful about the type of coals you get.
Also, and how long you stand on there, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into shock and you freeze.
Just stand there.
It's bad. We saw a guy do it.
No, I wasn't about shocking, about staying on there as long as I could go. As long as I could go.
I think your body went into shock and you froze.
Well, it's a better story if I say I was going for it.
13 had severe burns on their feet.
Dang.
12 were treated at the scene.
Dang.
And they're at some sort of private retreat by a lake, so at least you got a place to put your feet when they're on fire. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Imagine us trying to do that now in the parking lot here. That gets shut down real quick.
Yes,
I don't think you should put an open wound in a lake, though.
Probably
Just
not. No.
FYI.
Good. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is what prison does to a lot of people, so I'm not really surprised when we got this email that says, "Prison broke my boyfriend." Yeah, welcome to the club, right?
I mean, I think prison would break a lot of us.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
No, I wouldn't think so. The email says, "My boyfriend just got out of prison. He was there for 4 months. He got caught up in stealing some stuff from his work and had to do some prison time for it. He had never gotten into trouble before, so this was very out of character for him. I have noticed something different about him since he's gotten out. He's become overly polite. It's so noticeable that everyone in my family has noticed it. Oftentimes, it seems like he's afraid to bump into somebody even at the house. It's almost like he's afraid to make anyone in the house upset. I was wondering if anyone else has noticed this change in someone who's gone to prison. I feel like something happened to him while he was serving time, and it's now changed him permanently. He was once so full of laughter and life. Now he seems like a well-behaved, housebroken dog.
Oh.
Has anyone else gone through this with someone who served time?"
Sounds like something definitely went on down there in prison.
And you might never know.
If you're fresh fish, you walk in, maybe you're you're the source of all the bullying.
Maybe you're the bottom of the totem pole.
I mean, I wouldn't even call it bullying at that point. You're in prison. That bullying sounds too schoolyard. This seems like they're just manhandling.
Vicious terrorism?
Yeah.
I think it could go either way. Either you come back and maybe you were bullied a lot and you're just like, I'll do anything to never go back there again. So you wouldn't even look at something that could be illegal. And then on the other end of it, Tiffany had said, yeah, prison's actually making my boyfriend more arrogant. He thinks he's so tough now. So you probably go one of two different ways in this. Either you become very contrite and you say, this is the worst thing ever, and you mind all your P's and Q's, or you pick up new bad things to do and you become more brazen and say, this is just who I was meant to be.
Well, let's take the example from the Tim Robbins movie, the Morgan Freeman movie, Shawshank Redemption. Let's break that down. If you had a Tim Robbins experience where you were always getting assaulted and you always had to watch your back, I don't think that's everyone's experience at prison. Morgan Freeman was in there running stuff, doing cool. No one's messing with him.
It's a movie.
Well, that's all I got. That's all I got.
One text says, actually, if he was only in for 4 months, it wasn't prison he was in. He was just in jail. So, come on, dude.
Well, even when me and Virginia watched that 60 Days In, I guess that would be called a jail, not a prison.
I guess. I don't know the difference.
You still get messed with, and you can get your ass kicked in those kind of places.
Yeah.
Oh,
and harassed.
You would get your ass kicked on the daily.
No way. Bones is running cell block E.
Bones is getting boned.
No, Bones is running this thing. And maybe Bones does get boned, but you know what? Maybe Bones wants... Never mind.
Whoa, you want it, huh? He wants it.
His Bones in there. I think.
Is Bones gay for the stay?
Well, Bones is in there for life, I think.
Yeah.
Get it, Bones.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, this might be new, too, so he just might still be shell-shook from it. I imagine there's a lot of traumatic things in life that can kind of give you PTSD. And maybe he just, had a lot of thoughts, too, and said, hey, look, I need to start being a better person. I know you like his sense of humor and all that. Maybe that'll come back over time, but I don't think you have to necessarily go to jail for any amount of time. For some people to feel now in today's society There are times where I'm like, I feel that way, where it's like, okay, man, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to look the wrong way.
Totally.
And, you may repress some jokes or ha-ha about your nature because you just don't know what will fly anymore. So I don't think you necessarily have to go to jail to be kind of the way that this guy is.
Also, too, let's say he did make a comment at jail and he made a joke or something, and someone kicked his ass to the next level. He's just not telling you about it. Maybe he got his ass kicked 5 times really bad. I think you might, for some people, they may react to, I don't want to bump into anybody. I'm going to get my ass kicked.
So
someone texted in saying, you're too soft. It was 4 months.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
That person who texted in's hard.
Yeah, they are.
So I'd say give it a little bit of time. I'm sure that's probably just it. He's probably a little shell shook. I think I'd be shook if I spent 4 months in the clink.
But if Kevin came back from 4 months and he was real quiet, real different, like I'm way more distant than he even is now.
Kevin, did you do jail time recently?
Nope.
You would think something happened to, especially me, where I really wear my moods on my sleeve. If I came in here all, yes, sir, and okay, well, I'm sorry, Virginia. You guys would think something went down with me. You're right. It didn't go good for Bones.
I think every one of us on the outside has the potential to be a changed human with PTSD when we come out.
If you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody texted in too and said, a housebroken dog, that's what you're calling him? What, would you rather have a criminal boyfriend? Girls don't know what they want. So.
That is true.
Good text messages. This is good. I like this.
Okay. Anything else to add? 877-979-WRMF. Well, thank God for Instagram. Otherwise, I'd have no idea how to make a prison burrito. There is a video on there of somebody who's done some time that shows you how they make burritos in prison.
Oh, they would go great with our prison wine we were making.
Yeah, which disappeared.
Yeah, the cleaning team thought it was trash because it did look like vomit in a bag.
It's either the cleaning team or some overnight DJ was getting turned by themselves.
I can't imagine anybody in their right mind would consume that bag of disgustingness.
No, it was gross.
It looked like dog vomit.
Mm-hmm. So here's what you need if you're going to be making a prison burrito. Pack of ramen noodles.
Okay.
Nacho cheese Doritos.
Got it.
A beef and cheese stick.
Oh, beef and cheese.
A dill pickle.
Got it.
Cheese puffs.
Yep.
A packet of taco seasoning.
Yep.
A Ziploc bag and some hot water.
We got it all. We got it all, Kevin.
Okay, so once you have all that stuff, what you do, you mash and chop the ramen, the Doritos, put in the taco seasoning. You take the beef and cheese stick, and they were using a credit card to kind of like chop it up into little slices.
You want me to do it?
Do that with the pickle as well, and then you put it in the Ziploc bag.
Pumpkin, pass me the stuff.
Okay, first of all,
I see him over there looking at the ingredients, pondering whether or not his big meat hooks should start tearing into these bags.
Don't you dare make Bones, the leader of Cell Block, you all mad. Here, you can do it. You'll do better.
Okay.
I like Bones when he submits, just like in jail.
Yeah, that's it. That's how easy. He's a lot easier when it comes to prison sex, though. He gives it up a lot faster. No, I really should. Okay.
All right. Well, just this once.
I'm kind of actually pumped. There's a lot of pressure making the prison burrito.
Yeah, there is.
So you take all these items and you put them together in the Ziploc bag, and then what you do, you add just enough hot water to cover the ingredients. Then you're going to close the bag and you're going to roll the ingredients up tight in the bottom, and it kind of takes the form of a burrito. So then after you get that, you let it sit for 5 minutes with the water in there. And then after that, you'll mash up the cheese puffs into a powder, and you roll your burrito log from the bag up onto the cheese puff powder. And then that's pretty much it. After that, you just eat and survey the yard for some fresh fish to go shank.
Am I the only one that thinks beef jerky is just disgusting?
The one that they had, the meat and cheese stick, is really gnarly.
That's what we have. We have the meat and cheese stick, and it is.
This is gourmet on the inside, you two softies.
Okay.
What do you mean?
beef.
Oh, on the inside.
On the inside.
She's speaking lingo. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad, dog. I didn't know.
Come on, fresh fish. Come on, Bones.
Bones is there ain't nothing fresh about Bones.
Okay, so we got Chef Virginia on the case. We'll post up the directions on how exactly you can make your own prison burrito if you want. And we'll find out, is it tasty or not?
Do we have a tortilla of sorts?
Bro, you put it in the bottom. You didn't listen to Kevin.
Nope.
It was hard, Kevin.
Bruh.
Look, Kevin. She's a lot.
He's distracted by all these snacks over here.
We just sent you to radio jail.
He didn't focus on anything you
Nothing.
said.
No.
Well, I'm filming. I'm watching her cook.
Well, you know you can't multitask.
He's overextended. So where's the tortilla? No tortilla. All right, prison burrito. We'll put in the taste test coming up next. All right, Virginia's over here whooping up a prison burrito. We got the instructions off of Instagram on exactly how to make it. The sodium levels on this have to be through the roof. Because, I mean, you've got ramen in there, nacho cheese Doritos.
You're going to need to do a juice cleanse when you eat this.
You got a packet of taco seasoning.
Are you thinking about your health when you're in prison?
You're not.
At that point, yeah.
I mean, you just want something delicious that reminds you of the outside.
Although I just read a story. Do you know who got all healthy in prison? Was Subway Jared.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what, according to the article.
Oh, I hope he walks out of prison and gets hit by a bus.
He's trying to get out.
Is he?
Yeah, he's trying to get out.
I think, isn't everybody trying to get out, though?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Most of them.
Yeah. It's kind of the way it goes. So there you go. All right. So we'll be able to do a little taste test on that coming up here once Virginia gets it all ready to go.
Moments, Kevin.
It looks nothing short of disgusting.
I don't know. It kind of looks good to me.
But if you're in prison and there's nothing else going on and you...
Oddly enough, I think it would be pretty good because you're taking mashed up ramen, nacho cheese Doritos, beef stick and cheese, dill pickle, and then you're rolling around in cheese puff dust. All those things together, just because you put a little hot water on it, that's just really to mold it, to make it look like a burrito.
These are all wonderful, hangover ingredients by themselves. These are the kind of cheat snacks that I love to have if I'm hungover on a Sunday, laying on the sofa, watching my Housewives.
Witchy, could you please hold up that bag, that prison burrito bag?
Okay.
Yes, I don't think it's going to be bad. So you got all the ingredients in there, and you're letting it sit. How long has it been in the bag like that?
It's been in the bag for 4 minutes.
Okay. So at minute number 5, you have those cheese puffs all crushed and ready to roll?
I'm crushing as we speak. I'm trying to multitask.
What, no tortilla?
Did you listen to Kevin? No freaking tortilla.
Yeah, and by the way, the Ziploc bag you want one of the freezer bags.
Okay.
So it's the bigger one, so you have everything in there, and then you roll that up tight to make a burrito form at the bottom of the bag. Then you'll take it out, and then you'll roll it around in the cheese puff dust, and then voila, prison burrito.
I don't know if ours is going to stay in a burrito form.
That's how you get shanked, dog.
We may have to eat ours with a fork.
That's how you get shanked with that fork.
All right.
You coming up here with bones?
I'm trying, Bones.
Some weak-ass burrito?
Well, we didn't have Cheetos Puffs, so I blame you.
I thought you wanted in this crew, fresh fish.
We have Cheetos Crunchies, not Puffs, Kevin.
Okay. I don't think it'll be a big difference.
It's kind of a big difference.
Yeah. Any chance a prison burrito is any good? Made of ramen noodles, nacho cheese Doritos with a beef and cheese stick in there with some cheese puff dust on it and a little taco seasoning. All wrapped up in a Ziploc freezer bag, some hot water on it. All right, Virginia's got the context of the prison burrito ready for tasting.
Oh, please show that off the KVJ TV. It don't look that good, dog.
My burrito's very wet.
Okay.
It is wet.
Yeah.
But we can even get into it like it's a burrito bowl.
You know what would do well for that? Time. Prison air. Just let it sit there for about 15 minutes, get it hard.
You're saying a lot of words I don't like prison air and hard. Those are all words I don't want to really think about right now.
Get off my case, dog. You're breathing down my throat.
Yeah. Okay,
I want you to eat my burrito.
Taste is everything. What do you think if you were sitting there eating that? Is it good, Virginia? How would you rate it?
It's super salty.
That's what I thought. The sodium level is going to be insane on that.
Not bad.
Really?
It's not bad because it's all junk food. It's junk food.
That's what I thought.
I'm
yeah.
going to bring it over for you to try it.
Okay. I didn't think it'd be that bad just because of the context of what's in it.
It's definitely not. You know,
It just looks super gross because it's like orange and brown.
Do you know what the star is?
Get a little bit of everything.
The star is the ramen with the seasoning.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Beef. There's a beef nugget.
Okay. It looks so gross.
It does look gross.
But it tastes great.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If I was in prison, I would look forward to that. That would be a nice meal.
Gosh, it looks. I don't know if I've ever eaten anything that looked worse. It tasted better.
I got to tell you what, Bones likes that. He likes that burrito.
It is not bad, y'all.
Come on in to
Wow.
Cell Block E. Bones will have you.
You get some sex and a dog vomit looking meal.
Look, you feed me like that, girl, have at it.
She's
Wow.
loose.
Okay. I will post that up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. So if you want to take a crack at it for lunch today.
You kind of can do that with, if you just get 6 or 7 different junk food ingredients and mix it in a bowl, it would probably be good.
If you put that in a pan and you made a casserole out of that and you put a coating of cheese on the top and you melted that cheese like in the broiler, I think people at work would think that was one of the best potlucks ever.
You can even mash it up too and put it on a little frying pan.
You could burn it.
Make it like
you
a grilled cheese
but
style.
Make it crispy on top.
Yeah, that's not. There could be way worse things.
Way worse.
I don't think it needs the beef jerky. I personally don't.
I like the beef jerky because I like a little beef.
I would have added another round of chips of sorts.
I would add more cheese to that, and then I think it's perfect.
If you put some cheese combos in there, you have the crunch on top of the cheese powder.
I don't hate making that a casserole.
Yeah, I think I'd survive in prison, dog.
That could be kind of a entertaining cooking show, though, if you just gave real chefs only things that you can get your hands on in prison.
I love it.
And have to make it with whatever you have, a Bunsen burner, or I don't even know what they have.
But they really have to believe that prisoners could possibly beat them up just to make it more of a challenge.
Well, no, that's what they do to the losers. Everyone else gets shanked.
Okay.
So you see where this is going?
Imagine if you
They send them to go meet Bones in Cell Block E.
If you lose this cooking competition, you're getting your ass kicked at minimum.
Yeah, at minimum. I could make it. That'd be a great.
Oh, it would do well.
Yeah.
It would do well in the ratings.
I think so too. All right, instructions up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Go there, get them, try them for lunch, and subscribe while you're there. Got a couple of random questions here for you. If the FBI showed up at your door, why would they be there?
Oh my gosh, I know this one.
What do you think, Virginia?
Rocco did something. He hacked into some website.
Okay.
And now there's a national clearance emergency. He got clearance into some FBI site that he's not supposed to be on.
Okay. That's what you think it is, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Bird?
Well, let me ask you, what would you think they would be at my door for?
Grow house.
I'm thinking something along those lines. that they finally brought the hippie down.
Yep. Gotcha. I think mine would be probably some weird Google search thing I've done. I do a lot of Google searches because I'm fascinated with cocaine. It might ping some kind of FBI directory somewhere and be like, this guy really looks up cocaine a lot.
And then he drives really early in the morning to do coke drops and runs.
But
and
I wonder that too, because I look up a lot of ridiculous stuff, just not only for my own enjoyment, but for our show. We have to Google a lot of stuff. I don't think you can get in trouble for Googling anything unless it's obviously illegal.
It's always when you get caught, then they go back
Yes.
and they're like, search will tell you everything you need to know.
So many people on Dateline, they get busted, and then they go look at their Google search, and it's like, where to hide a body. Like, really?
They are some really dumb murderers out there. They go, does chloroform work when trying to kidnap and murder my wife? Dude.
Yeah. If you were suddenly arrested for no reason and your face was flashed all over the news, what would your family and friends assume that you did? What do you think that would be?
My family would probably think I did something involving the show and it went so terribly wrong that the law is now after me and I had to get the hell out of here. That's what I think they would probably think.
I mean, I've talked about on the air how I owe the IRS a bunch of money right now, so mine's probably tax problems.
Okay.
If Virginia all of a sudden was on the lam, and what would you think that she did? They're looking for her.
Tax evasion.
No, that's too. No. You're way crazier and psychotic than that.
She's giving herself too much credit.
White collar crime. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Grow House, simmer down.
You definitely, your temper gets the best of you, and you finally stabbed me.
I murdered you?
You didn't murder me.
Come on.
But I seek revenge.
Okay.
I stabbed you in the leg. It's a flesh wound. Stop bitching.
I think mine, it would be bit gone wrong that I just didn't see that happening. Kind of like the time I had the idea that we were going to tape the cell phone underneath the bathroom sink at the Cracker Barrel to see if anyone would answer a random ringing phone. I thought maybe it had more of a drug context, but the police disagreed. They thought it might have been a detonator.
For a bomb.
And they had to shut down the Cracker Barrel. And,
They thought I was a terrorist.
Yeah. That could have really gotten away from us on a federal level.
I did not make it in time for the thought of the day on that show.
No, you were being questioned.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of glad that they kept you.
It's nice.
In hindsight, we were dumb.
Well, I mean, that Cracker Barrel, how many stunts did we do at that place?
We did a lot.
I can't even go in there for my regular. If they go in, they think I'm doing a prank.
How many people didn't get their biscuits and gravy that morning because of you?
Oh, whatever. Blood in, blood out. We go down together.
I know. I'm just messing.
Okay, what would you say is the most overrated food that is out there?
Sushi. Y'all are, you guys act like it's a drug. You guys are in a cult with your sushi. I mean, I'm talking about the sushi people.
Okay.
That and wine.
Ooh, I don't know, man.
I get it. Because I love alcohol too. But wine people think they're better than Exhibit A, Your Honor, right over here.
I'm not a wine person. I like champagne.
Clearly, she's not a wine person. Because remember how she did on that blind tasting wine thing.
I like what I like.
I would say one overrated food is ramen. I think that people go crazy with it now. They talk about how amazing it is, but it really has got nothing to it.
It's nothing to it, but it is tasty.
It's tasty, but my gosh, because it's all sodium.
The reason why I couldn't put it in the overrated category is because it's very affordable, and everyone kind of knows it's just a cheap thing that doesn't taste that bad. I think it's properly labeled.
At Walmart, it's literally like 20 cents a package.
Yeah, Kevin, you're wrong.
Don't come for ramen, Ralston.
What's your overrated food, Virginia?
I think that Kobe beef that they charge so much more for.
That's
I've
good.
had it. I had it at the Woods, the restaurant, not the back lot behind Walmart. The actual Tiger Woods restaurant had that Kobe beef. And I don't know. I didn't really taste that big of a difference.
That's how I feel about, what are those, is it the macaroons that are $9 a cookie?
French macaroons?
The ones that are expensive.
They look like a little cheeseburger?
They look like a little cheese. Now, don't get me wrong.
They're very hard to make.
They are good. They are delicious, but they are to the point where they're so expensive, they become overrated.
There's many steps and special ingredients like almond flour and like all this stuff. So I actually know the backstory of the French macaroon. It's not overrated.
But you get a dozen and you're like, okay, I might have to get a loan.
Right, yeah. A little expensive. And a final random question here. What food represents your personality?
Oh, I mean,
Bird?
Hot Pockets.
Pizza, and let's make it wet. I mean, I want it dripping.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm chicken.
Boiled
Just chicken.
Not a chicken wing.
No.
Like a chicken.
I'm just chicken, baby. I'm just a slab of chicken right there. That's it. Yeah, it's Kev, chicken. What about you, Virginia?
Oh, I'm definitely seafood gumbo.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing to cook.
Yeah.
I like it spicy, and I throw all kind of wacky stuff in it.
No, there's a lot going on. It's gross. No, I get it.
Unpredictable, layered,
difficult,
problematic,
yes. Messy,
leave you with a stain.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, baby. Getting all ready for a weekend, and the After the Show podcast is coming up here in just a bit. If you've never heard about it, it is bonus material. We gave you an extra 30 minutes of KVJ A lot of stuff behind the scenes and some of your emails and your comments about the show. We'll get to that.
Oh, I just filmed a real nice behind-the-scenes video, Kev. It's going to be another slow-mo Virginia eating video.
What? Wow.
They do well.
I mean, I kind of had to get down on that prison burrito a little bit more.
Well, I was in Dennys'
Yeah, she
room,
was.
and I saw Virginia during a commercial break just going to town on the prison burrito.
Well, I was trying to make the perfect bite and put it on my fork that had like a little bit of the Doritos, but I wanted it to be mostly noodle with the cheese and the beef and the pickle. And I was going to offer it to Kevin, but then I looked at him and I went, he's not going to take this bite.
Well, because you spilled the prison burrito on his prep, and you know how our boy is about his prep.
I know.
My gosh.
He's very
the
neat.
most organized, neat man I've ever...
He's so orderly. He's still looking over at that crumb that I dropped and cursing me under his breath.
That was not a crumb. She dropped a thing of slop.
It was a crumb.
It was a slop.
It's a slop nugget.
Well, we got $2,000 for you to help with the crazy gas prices that are out there. We're going to pump up your summer. You can get involved with that. Don't miss a day or a chance. You can maximize every single day by getting 2 separate keywords that you can enter into the WRMF app to double your chances to win. First keyword I got for you is WRMF. Randy's got another keyword after 10 a.m. to hook you up. You can double your chances for the $2,000 and the 4-day, 3-night stay at Caribe Royale Orlando. So don't miss out on that. And those gas prices still crazy. I don't think that they really necessarily ticked up in the last day or so, but it's pretty much at about $5.01. So we're past the $5 mark now. And Palm Beach County, again, has the state's highest gas prices. Every time that they break it all down, it's always Palm Beach County that has the highest prices. But why the heck is that?
Because we have Palm Beach in our name, and they're like, oh, we can charge them everything. Anywhere you go in the country, when you say you're from, West Palm Beach, they're like, oh, Palm Beach.
Even if you're not from Palm Beach, they think you're from Palm Beach. You're right.
They think that you're able to afford the highest gas price in the nation.
Well, that just stinks because not everybody in Palm Beach or Palm Beach County, or at least Palm Beach County, is filthy rich.
Hell no, Ricky.
I'd say it's the other way, that the millionaires are the small percentage, right?
Thank
no doubt.
you.
Yeah. Well, the reason why you pay more in Palm Beach County is because gas prices are based on the cost of living and operating a business. And since businesses cost more to operate in Palm Beach County, the price of gas is always going to be higher.
Well, I feel like Palm Beach County always takes it in the shorts with a lot of things.
Just a lot of things in life. Yeah. After Palm Beach County, next most expensive markets, Fort Lauderdale at $4.93, Port St. Lucie down to $4.87, and the rest of Florida is just shy of the national average of $5 a gallon. So that's why. You want to know. Yeah.
How much higher will it go?
We don't know.
You like to predict stuff?
We don't know, Virginia.
When
I don't
will
know.
it stop, Kevin?
I asked you yesterday the same question.
I know.
He's like, I don't know, guys.
We need answers.
She's got it today.
You're the smartest guy in the room.
Tomorrow's a Friday. I'll probably be drinking. I'm going to ask you again.
When do I get to drink? I'm the one that needs the booze.
Podcast, baby.
Yeah. All right, Bird, wrap it all up here. What's your thought for the day?
Destiny. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved.
She's also on the main stage at Monroe.
Oh, let's get Destiny to the stage. All right. Here's $1 for you. I'm a big spender.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.